Welcome to Full Count Rhythm Baseball on the Full Count Broadcast Network. Presented by Full Count Ministries and Chick-fil-A of Rivergate. Now let's head into the ballpark for tonight's game.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Drakes Creek Park. We're in Hendersonville, Tennessee, where the Full Count Rhythm are taking on the Madisonville Miners in Ohio Valley League action. Rhythm come in with a 9-game winning streak, 16-5 overall record. And the Madisonville Miners are 7-14. They have been on a skid. They are 2-8 in their last 10 games, and that is the worst 10-game record currently of all 6 of the teams, as our umpires have left the building and are headed down to the home plate meeting, being escorted by their security officer, Tim Dixon, who was the final pitcher of the game last night, got the last 6 outs against the Hoptown Hoppers, a 10-2 victory for Full Count. The Rhythm have this home game tonight and then off day tomorrow for the entire league, and then we'll be on the road for 2 games. The at Paducah on Monday night, and then July 1st, travel back up to the Twin Cities, take on the Fulton Railroaders before coming back home on Wednesday, July 2nd. We'll take a quick break, and we'll be back with the Chick-fil-A of Rivergate starting lineups. You're listening to the Full Count Broadcast Network.
Don't strike out at your next party. Order the food that will get your crowd cheering. Chick-fil-A of Rivergate. We have many catering options available, from our Chick-fil-A nugget trays to our original Chick-fil-A sandwiches to our chocolate chunk cookies and fudge brownies. We have something for everyone. Order online at chickfil-a.com or call the store at 615-851-4007.
Chick-fil-A of Rivergate starting lineups. First for our visitors, Madisonville Miners. Head coach is Brian Campbell. He's assisted by Braden Taylor and Sean Checks. Cooper Wright will lead off, playing first base. Cliff Weisinger out in center field hits second. Justin Early behind the plate bats third. Cleanup hitter is Noah Burning. He'll play third base. Sean O'Brien will play second base, and he is going to bat fifth. Batting sixth, Dylan Toller playing right field. Pete Britton's at shortstop. He'll hit seventh. 8-hole hitters, the DH, Logan Bailey, and batting ninth, Ian Cartwright in left field. On the mound for Madisonville, Jackson Grissom. Grissom is from Indiana University Southeast, hometown of Louisville, Kentucky. Grissom comes in having appeared in 7 games, and all of his appearances are in relief. So this is his first start of the year, 14 innings. He does have a 1-0 record. He's given up 15 hits in those 14 innings, 8 runs, 7 earned, walked 5, struck out 7, and has plunked 3 batters, as a 4.5 ERA. And now for the Full Count Rhythm. Leading off in the DH tonight, Jackson Cothran. Batting second, Lou D'Alessio playing center field. Batting third is Jake Turr. He's out at shortstop. And the cleanup hitter is Devin McCarron, who's playing in his second game. He'll play third base tonight again. Trey Simmons at first base, batting fifth. Elijah Stockton is hitting sixth. He'll play second base. Batting seventh, Charlie Bozeman out in left field. Nolan Sargent in right field hitting eighth. And behind the plate, batting ninth, is Jonathan Stewart. And on the mound for his 5th start of the year, it's his 6th appearance, is Logan Harrell. 16 and a third innings, giving up 15 hits, 11 runs. 8 of those are earned, walked 5, struck out a team-high 24, and has plunked 3 batters, a 4.41 ERA. Logan Harrell, 6'3", 205-pound right-hander, a rising junior at Trevecca Nazarene University in Nashville. He's from right here in Hendersonville, went to Good Pasture Christian School. The son of Mike and Amy Harrell and sister Kaylee. Pawpaw in Hendersonville, Grandpa and Grandma are also here in Hendersonville. I think his parents are actually in Florida. I think they took a trip, said, let's get out of here and leave Logan behind. So Mike, who is our contact with Safeware Inc. Amy, she's got a big-time job, too. She's very, very important. She's just found out about her gig. What a gig. I won't tell you about it. It's pretty secret. I don't know that it's top secret, but it's pretty secret. So Logan Harrell will be on the mound. See how far he goes. See if he's on a pitch count or innings count. I think the longest we've had anybody go is 5 innings. Chase Fernandez went 4 2/3 yesterday. Did deliver 85 pitches. And 4 2/3 innings. He gave up 3 hits, 1 run. It was unearned. Walked 2, struck out 7. As it looks like Madisonville is still warming up out there. They are not ready for the game yet. It's almost 7 o'clock. We're 6 minutes away.
This day and the joy that brings us together through the game of baseball. You are a mighty and gracious God. We love you. We thank you and honor your presence among us. We ask your blessing over tonight's game. We ask that you watch over every player, coach, and fan. You keep them safe from harm, and you grant traveling mercies to those returning home afterward. God, we give you praise and we give you thanks, and we lift up this prayer in the name of your Son, Jesus Christ. Amen.
Escape to a taste of the tropics with Frosted Luau, Hendersonville's favorite soft-serve ice cream truck. Indulge in our creamy delights with options for everyone, including dairy-free and vegan treats. Planning a corporate event or a birthday bash? Let Frosted Luau cater to your sweet cravings. Visit frostedluau.com, follow us on Instagram at Frosted Luau, or call 615-422-6133 to book your luau today. Frosted Luau, where every cup is a vacation.
Think about something for a moment. Every single business, from the smallest neighborhood bakery to the biggest multinational corporation, is someone's dream come true. The byproduct of planning and determination and hard work. If you own a business, you already know that. So you'll also understand that fire and security protection isn't just about protecting property. It's about safeguarding dreams. At Corson, that's what we've specialized in since 1946. Corson Fire and Security. Corson.com.
Let's get back to Full Count Rhythm Baseball action on the Full Count Broadcast Network.
And Tim Ferguson says,
Play ball.
play ball. Tim Ferguson, our public address announcer. This is game number 9, I believe, for Tim Ferguson here at Drakes Creek Park. Is the new PA announcer, Mark McDaniel, for the first 4 years of the Full Count Rhythm. 3 in the Ohio Valley League and 1 in the Prospect League last year. Ken Stegall's back for his 5th year. He's our official scorer. And, of course, Zach Williams, our play-by-play man. He is at home playing daddy with his lovely wife, Maggie, and they're now 2 children, Maddox and Zipporah. Just had Zipporah, I think she's a little over a month old now. So at home with 2 kids under 2 years old, so he's at least taking the year off. But we miss him up here. But we have upgraded in the second seat now, as I have taken over for Zach Williams. That's not an upgrade, but the second seat definitely has upgraded. The director is Susan Reese, my lovely wife, who's sitting in her new captain's chair. I had to spend some of the proceeds of this broadcasting business that I have, and had to buy her a nice little seat for her tush. So we've got a couple captain's chairs sitting right next to each other. And tonight, sitting in as the clock operator, Parker Staborski. He'd be number 10 if he had his jersey. Oh, wait a minute. Somebody brought it to you, didn't they? He brought it. He's got it. just in case, but apparently he wasn't going to be playing tonight anyway. Played last night. Let's check the score sheet. Let's see how he did. Parker Staborski, you weren't one of the three guys that hit a sacrifice fly and were not credited with a sacrifice fly. You got a double. You had to do that double last night in 5 plate appearances. He was on base 3 out of 5 times. Drew a couple of walks, scored a couple of runs. He's got a couple of those backward Ks in the books. We had 6 backward Ks last night for the Rhythm and 4 for Hoptown. 26 strikeouts in the game yesterday. Logan Harrell, speaking of strikeouts, is the team leader in that category, and he gets a swing and a miss. We're a little ahead of ourselves at 7:04. As the count now goes, 1 ball, 1 strike on Cooper Wright. Game time temperature is a comfortable 79 degrees, feels like 84 here in Middle Tennessee. Harrell wants to check down with the third base umpire, and he says yes. Our newest best friend, Jason Carey, down there at third base, rings up Wright. Harrell tried to step on a fastball there and got it down into the artificial turf. Jonathan Stewart will come over, retrieve that ball. Now 2 balls and 2 strikes. Matthew Bass is behind the plate, and he is directing traffic everywhere. I'm not sure what's happening. Looked to the first base dugout, said, hey, only 1 batter on deck. And there is a strike 3 called. A backward K in the book. A Safeware strikeout to begin the ball game. For Harrell, came in as the team leader with 24 strikeouts, gets his 25th there. Max Hotsey for Madisonville Miners is second in the league. That was lifted out to shallow left center field, but Lou DeLessio, he keeps his hat on this time and makes the catch for 2 quick outs. Lou must have got him a haircut. Max Hotsey is in second place coming into tonight in strikeouts, 28 strikeouts for Madisonville. Chapman for Fulton leads with 29. Slider misses low and outside. Game time temperature brought to you by Stitches by Cindy. Cindy Roberts and her crew. So it's grounded to the left side. McCarron over to first, and Trace Simmons catches it about waist high, and that's a quick 1-2-3 inning. The Rhythm set down the Miners. Strike out, fly out, and a ground out. We got it all in the top of the first. Rhythm get the old Hickory bats. See if they're working tonight as they head to the bottom of the first. We'll be right back on the Full Count Broadcast Network.
Feeling tight, stiff, and not quite yourself? Then it might be time to go see the professionals at Absolute Wellness. Located at 101 Tennessee Way, Suite 100 here in Hendersonville, Absolute Wellness can get you back on track with their numerous services like chiropractic care, massage, acupuncture, spinal decompression. Call Absolute Wellness at 615-264-8515 today to get in on some great offers. That's Absolute Wellness. Your road to Absolute Wellness starts here. We all think about our home's yards, gutters, floors, and so much more. When was the last time you thought about your sprinkler system? That's where Music City Fire Sprinkler steps in. It may shock you that in-home sprinkler systems are discreet and affordable. Let the experts at Music City Fire Sprinkler tell you for themselves. Give them a call at 615-826-7450 or check them out on the web at mcfs.us. That's Music City Fire Sprinkler, proud sponsor of the Full Count Rhythm.
Let's get back to Full Count Rhythm baseball action on the Full Count Broadcast Network.
Tim Reese and Susan Reese here on the Full Count Broadcast Network, part of the 5-person rhythm section up in the press box here at Drakes Creek Park. Glad to have you all listening and watching in tonight. Let's check in on who might be here. The Myers are here in person. Jay off of his knee surgery. Gonna have to get Jay to give a wave down here. Have not met Jay yet. All right, Sue, as you look out the window there and you see if you can find Jay and Tina Myers if they're listening in. Paula Sims, she's always with us. She's becoming a super fan, right along with Vicky Maloney, of course. Big win tonight to get to 10 in a row is what Vicky's rooting for. Ron Wilson, he doesn't want that to happen. He's listening up in Madisonville. He's a big Miners fan. See him when we go up to Madisonville. Good to have you, Ron. Jana Swope says, go Rhythm. Hey, look at here. Josh Carmen. I know him. He's down there in Miami. He's heading for home. He's a brown-eyed, handsome man. So song's playing here. A brown-eyed, handsome man directly behind home plate. Well, stick your head up or stand up, turn around, and wave at the press box, Jay. That's what we need. So in 20 seconds, we'll see him do it. Josh Cothran will lead off, although he's probably not doing a whole lot of standing. Lefty on lefty matchup. Cothran takes a called strike from Jackson Grissom. First start of the year for Grissom. There he is. Okay, I got you. I got you. He's on the front row. Yeah, he's on the front row. My sometimes research assistant. Jackson Cothran swings and misses. You look at the stats from yesterday's game, it indicates that Cothran had 2 doubles. He did not. He had a single and a double. It doesn't count when you go to second on a throw. Popped up and out of play. AAA Autoglass foul ball. Let's see if it comes off the roof. It does. Over is that the Frosted Luau truck down there? Frosted Luau's here. Come one, come all. All right, Parker. Got to keep up, buddy. Gonna have to keep up. 0-2 misses just outside. Grissom from Louisville, Kentucky, Indiana University Southeast. That's where his head coach Brian Campbell is a coach. He's got a couple of his players from Indiana Southeast. Ground ball foul down the first baseline. Jackson Cothran looking for a new home after spending 2 years at Motlow State and then 2 years up in Athens, Ohio, being a Bobcat for the Ohio University baseball team. He's getting a 5th year of baseball. Hopefully he'll find a good landing spot here. 1-2 pitch is outside in the right-handed batter's box for ball 2. Brian Campbell, the head coach for the Miners. When I first met him, he was an assistant coach at Vincennes up in Indiana. It's a 4-year school, but they play JUCO baseball. 2-2 pitch, drilled to second base, gloved by Sean O'Brien. That was a looky here what I found, and he throws over to Cooper Wright. Looked like it was hit a little bit harder off the bat, and I think he got down on the turf and slowed down. But a 4-3, nice play there by Sean O'Brien to retire Cothran. Lou D'Alessio broke his bat yesterday. Favorite bat, pink tipped, and had brown on the barrel. Lou broke that in the Hoptown Hoppers game yesterday. Back to a more conventional looking wood bat. Takes ball 1 from Red Bank, New Jersey. Lou was 1 for 4 yesterday, scored twice, drove in a run with a ground out. Takes a strike right down the can there. On deck is Jake Turr, the shortstop. D'Alessio hitting .246, playing in his 14th game. 1-1 outside. Justin Early, the catcher tonight. They had a wild game last night with the Fulton Railroaders up there in Madisonville. I think that final score was 20-16 maybe. Justin Early hit a grand slam in the 9th. It was 20-16. Rotors thought they were going to end that one early, and it didn't happen. Madisonville just kept on scoring. That's AAA Autoglass foul ball over toward field 4. Heads up over there. We got action all over the park tonight. There's a young guy running after that one. Rotors took a 15-2 lead after 4.5 innings last night at Madisonville. Another AAA Autoglass foul ball off to the right side. Young man coming back with one. Looks like he's got a broken left hand. Somebody needs to tell him where to go to take that ball. Where is the merch pavilion? One out, nobody on. Lou DeLessio, the second batter of the inning for full count. Grissom delivers another foul ball. Carson Howard is not here again tonight, so Jimmy Gamboa, who is the acting head coach for Josh Carman because Josh Carman's in Miami, just getting back from the 3rd week mission trip for Full Count Ministries down in Mazante, Nicaragua. Inside becomes a Full Count Ministries full count. Stay tuned after the game. We'll have the Full Count Ministries verses of the game. Vanessa Dorn got us started with multiple verses, so I just thought I'd keep that rolling. Pick out some fighter verses, some verses that over the years I've memorized. Hey, full count first pitch foul ball. Good thing I didn't park my truck back there tonight. Hey, I see Vanessa right now. Hi, Vanessa. Oh, he got him a AAA Autoglass foul squishy ball already. Okay. Grissom, left-handed pitcher, is pitching from the stretch and delivers. Heads up, it's another one. Lou fouling these off like they grow on trees. He don't care. Lou's got a new place to play come August. He's going to stick around closer to home as he's transferring from UAB to St. Peter's in Jersey City, New Jersey. Getting that pitch count up, and he draws the walk. He's heading to first. $18 pitches after 2 batters.
Yeah, sure.
I think Cawthorn had about 5 of those, maybe at the most. Yeah, maybe he had more than that. He had a 2-2 count, I think. That was every bit of 10 pitch or more at bat. DeLessio's off of the first pitch, pitches a ball, and throw down to second is not in time. DeLessio adds another stolen bag. That's now 8 for 8. He has not been caught. John Paul Head, who is not in the lineup tonight, leads the club with 9 in 11 attempts. Right behind him is Cade Moore, who's 8 for 8. DeLessio thought about going, but does not. And the count to Jake Turr now is 2-0. John Paul Head was hit in his head with the second pitch that he saw in yesterday's game by Cody Jones. Stayed in the game for one more at-bat as the first baseman that ended up coming out. DeLessio is giving Jackson Grissom fits. Jay Myers says he's sitting in those high-dollar tickets. That is off the end of the bat. Grissom will glove and underhand to Cooper Wright for out number 2 on the play. DeLessio moves to third. Now 2 outs brings up Devin McCarron. Devin, the newest rhythm player. He is headed to Mercer University. Did we figure out if it's Mercer University or University of Mercer? MU. 2 outs. First pitch to McCarron. Don't call me McEachran. Is low. Devin sat out 2 years after high school baseball. Then went down to Arkansas. West Memphis pops that one up into shallow right field. Dylan Toller will make the catch for the final out of the bottom of the first. We'll tell you more about Devin the next time he comes to the plate. Interesting story. No runs, no hits, no errors. One runner left at third base. No scores. We head to the second. You're listening to the Full Count Broadcast Network.
Don't strike out at your next party. Order the food that will get your crowd cheering. Chick-fil-A of Rivergate. We have many catering options available, from our Chick-fil-A nugget trays to our original Chick-fil-A sandwiches to our chocolate chunk cookies and fudge brownies. We have something for everyone. Order online at chickfil-a.com or call the store at 615-851-4007.
If you didn't know, the Full Count Rhythm is part of the organization called Full Count Ministries. Full Count's mission is to give every baseball player the opportunity to hear the gospel, respond to the gospel, and grow in the relationship with Jesus. With Full Count, you could lead by discipling the next generation by using our resources, or you could go on international mission trips. For more of what we do, check out our website at fullcountministries.com or our pages on Instagram and Facebook.
Let's get back to Full Count Rhythm Baseball action on the Full Count Broadcast Network.
4, 5, and 6 due up for the Madisonville Miners. Originally known as the Tidewater Pirates. Get to our little Ohio Valley League history a little bit early. Tell you a little bit more about Madisonville's beginnings when we get to between the top and the bottom of the fifth inning, if I don't forget.
No Burning.
Left-handed hitting Noah Burning will stand in. He's the third baseman tonight from Brandon, Florida. Bishop State Community College. Takes a hack at the first pitch from Logan Harrell and comes up empty. Looks like probably about a 15-year-old maybe tournament going on here around the park. Lots of baseball being played at the three other fields here at the Quad. Ground ball to the right side. Trey Simmons, a late replacement in at first base for Jackson Cothran, makes the play for out number one. First iteration of the lineup that I received. Jackson Cothran was leading off playing first base, but he was behind the plate for all 9 innings of yesterday's 10-2 victory over the Hoppers. So going to keep him in the lineup, probably a smart idea to go ahead and just let him DH. So Trey Simmons, who was the DH yesterday. That's incorrect. He was not. Landon Ward was. I knew it was a catcher. Trey Simmons did not play in yesterday's game. So get him in the lineup. 1-1 count now to Sean O'Brien from Dallas, Georgia. Another player from Auburn University at Montgomery. Hoppers had, I think, 3 players from that school, as Logan Harrell dots the outside corner and gets ahead in the count. 1 ball, 2 strikes. On deck is Dylan Toller. O'Brien, the second baseman tonight. There's Will Cox, his very first trip as a Safeware strikeout is out number 2. Will Cox, the commissioner of the league, is here. Said he'd never been here before. Second strikeout by Logan Harrell brings Dylan Toller to the plate. Will looking around like he's lost. Trying to find the rhythm game. It's the one on the big field, Will. It's right here, right in front. There you see it. Wearing some shorts tonight. He was at Hoptown yesterday as well. My wife is fly hunting again tonight. We got several around. Ball one. While you're swatting flies, Logan Harrell's still pitching. Saw Lucas Wilburn, who's here as well, the now former volunteer assistant coach for Volunteer State. Swing and a miss. Count now 2-2. Two misses. Fly guts all over the director. Full count Ministries, full count. 2 outs, nobody on. I got him though, didn't I? That's on the outside corner for another Safeware strikeout. 3 of them out of the first 6 batters as Logan Harrell has retired 6 in a row to begin the game against the Madisonville Miners, the former Tidewater Pirates for 1 year in 2011. Then they changed their name and have been the Madisonville Miners since 2012. We'll take a break and be right back with the bottom of the second. You're listening to the Full Count Broadcast Network.
Feeling tight, stiff, and not quite yourself? Then it might be time to go see the professionals at Absolute Wellness. Located at 101 Tennessee Way, Suite 100 here in Hendersonville, Absolute Wellness can get you back on track with their numerous services like chiropractic care, massage, acupuncture, spinal decompression. Call Absolute Wellness at 615-264-8515 today to get in on some great offers. That's Absolute Wellness. Your road to Absolute Wellness starts here.
Compliant with code. If you're a facility manager or building owner, you've heard the term plenty of times. At Corson Fire and Security, we work to keep buildings compliant with the most demanding code of all, our own. We've been protecting people and property since before most of today's codes were even written. And what we've learned along the way makes us the best choice to partner with for the future. Corson Fire and Security, celebrating 70 years. Learn more at corson.com.
Let's get back to Full Count Rhythm Baseball action on the Full Count Broadcast Network.
It's a great day to be alive, isn't it right? Just got to see our grandchildren right in front of the press box. Eli and Lucy Reese are here. Trey Simmons is also in the batter's box. He takes the first pitch from Jackson Grissom, low and away. Trey's third on the club in batting average, hitting .314, playing his 16th game of the year. He's got 16 hits, including double, triple, 2 big flies, 10 RBIs. Trey's from here in Sumner County. Hendersonville, went to Beach High School, spent his freshman year at Lincoln Memorial University over in East Tennessee. Now in the portal looking for a new home. The starting catcher as a freshman for the Lincoln Memorial University Rail Splitters. Sounds like they could go along with the Railroaders. Couple hops over to Cooper Wright, the first baseman, and Simmons is retired for out number 1 in the second.
Next up in the rhythm, the second baseman.
Elijah Stockton will stand in. He's the second baseman, a left-handed hitter from the other part of Sumner County. He's from Gallatin, Tennessee. Went to Friendship Christian High School and then spent his freshman year at Kentucky Wesleyan up in Owensboro, Kentucky. Might have played against several of these players that are on rosters in the Ohio Valley League. Fouls the first pitch off to the right. Stockton playing in his 12th game of the year. Got a couple of doubles in the game the other night. The rain delayed game that I got here late on. Also drawn 8 walks. Charlie Bozeman on deck, hoping to bat with Stockton on base, who takes ball 2. Grissom already above the 30 pitch mark, had a 18 pitches after just 2 batters, faced 4 in the first. Delivers a strike right down the can for Stockton. Two count. Down low, and we'll have another Full Count Ministries full count. 5'10", 190-pound rising sophomore business major as a Panther, son of Eric and Tony Stockton, brother to Graham, Ellie, and Evan. Grandma's in Gallatin now as he swings and misses for out number 2. She used to live in Chicago. Papa and Mimi, they live in Warner Robins, Georgia.
Now that is
Folks here in Goodlettsville are very well aware of Warner Robins, Georgia. That is where the regional tournament is played every year for the Southeastern region in Little League. And Goodlettsville, that is part of Sumner County, right down the road. They spend a lot of time in the summer down in Warner Robins, Georgia. Who's got the yard card? Parker Staborski's going yard card right here with Charlie Bozeman. He's hit one here at Drakes Creek Park. He gets a ground ball to hugs the third base line deep in the hole. The throw from Noah Burning to right is on time to get Bozeman. Nice play there and a strong throw by Burning to not only retire Charlie Bozeman, but to disappoint Parker Staborski, who is banking on a big fly right there. We are through 2. No score, no hits, no nothing up on that Parker Staborski run scoreboard. So we'll see if something can happen in the bottom of the third. We'll see if we can put another 0 in the top half. We'll be right back.
If you didn't know, the Full Count Rhythm is part of the organization called Full Count Ministries. Full Count's mission is to give every baseball player the opportunity to hear the gospel, respond to the gospel, and grow in the relationship with Jesus. With Full Count, you could lead by discipling the next generation by using our resources, or you could go on international mission trips. For more of what we do, check out our website at fullcountministries.com or our pages on Instagram and Facebook.
Safeware is there when response is critical, assisting in the classroom as you shape the future of America, helping you build roadways and infrastructure for tomorrow. With protective solutions, innovative technology, and leading technical services, Safeware works tirelessly to provide our nation's workforce with confidence in their safety. Before, during, and after, Safeware is there.
Pete Britton, Logan Bailey, and Ian Cartwright facing Logan Harrell as the first pitch is swung on and fouled off to the right side. And a couple of young men watching the ball game. They're off after that one. AAA autoglass, foul ball. Pete Britton playing shortstop for the Miners tonight. Takes a ball just a hair up above the letters. Written from Dietrich, Illinois, or it could be Dietrich. Plays at Oakland City University. He's also been on the mound for Madisonville, to my recollection. Harold sends one to the backstop. Just wanted to see if the on-deck batter would retrieve that. Rhythm does not have a bat boy tonight. Josh Carmen's not here. Get it? Popped up on the right side. That's playable. Trey Simmons says to Elijah Stockton, I got that one. And he does for out number 1. Tell you, when you're a catcher, you're happy to play a game facing the plate without any equipment on. But tonight is a very comfortable night. 79 game time as Logan Bailey, the DH, swings and misses. Bailey from Ball Ground, Georgia, plays at Southeast Arkansas College. Takes ball down. Shows he is a catcher by trade. Tonight, he's the designated hitter. Logan Harrell, his 5th start of the year. It's his 6th appearance. He has a 2-0 record. Sails another one to the backstop. That's just ball 2. Logan has 3 strikeouts in the first 6 batters, has retired the first 7 of the ball game. He kicks and deals. Another one that's high. Jonathan Stewart. He's not a short guy either. How tall is old Stewie? 6'2". I mean, he's not Parker Staborski 6'3", but that's got to be ball 4. Doesn't got to be. I thought that was going to nip at that outside corner, but the first base runner is Logan Bailey, who draws the walk. And there they are, the Reese clan. The Wilson Anna Reese family. 5-year-old Eli and 2-year-old Lucy come up to see ZZ and Grandpa. Eli wearing his Nicaragua New Jersey, not the state of New Jersey. It's a baseball jersey that's pretty new. Oh, and Lucy got one too. Number 5. Oh, Sweet Lou's got a number 5 red jersey. I see what you did there, Wilson. You got a blue jersey for Eli. He's number 16. And you got a red jersey for Lucy so that you could tell them apart. Oh, sorry. 1-1. Runner does not go. Throw down to first. Stewart's throw not in time. It was a strike. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Ian Cartwright, the number 9 hole hitter. He's a left fielder. That's going to get him caught looking. Todd Neal, what happened there? Can I get you anything? Nope. I'm just looking. That's what Todd Neal says. That's a Safeware strikeout. Now back to the top of the order. Cooper Wright was a strikeout victim looking to begin the ball game. Wright, one of 2 players from Lakeland, Florida. He and Alex Fisher from the same town. Plays at LaGrange College. Takes the first pitch strike. 2 outs and a runner at first. First base runner for the Miners down there at first base. 0-1 swung on and missed. Oh, 2 pitch coming from Logan Harrell. Bailey acting like he's off, and he is. Pitch is taken down low for a ball. The throw down is not in time. Logan Bailey gets in there underneath the tag. That's his 2nd stolen base in 4 attempts. Looked like the pitch was an off-speed pitch, so took a little bit of time for Stewart to receive that. Now 1 ball, 2 strikes, swinging a ground ball to the right side. Easy peasy lemon squeezy for Elijah Stockton, and that will take care of the Miners in the 3rd. No runs, no hits, no errors, 1 runner left on base. We got still zeros up on the board. Rhythm, see if they can get the old Hickory steel press bats going and get some hits and runs going. We'll be right back on the Full Count Broadcast Network.
Escape to a taste of the tropics with Frosted Luau, Hendersonville's favorite soft-serve ice cream truck. Indulge in our creamy delights with options for everyone, including dairy-free and vegan treats. Planning a corporate event or a birthday bash? Let Frosted Luau cater to your sweet cravings. Visit frostedluau.com, follow us on Instagram at Frosted Luau, or call 615-422-6133 to book your luau today. Frosted Luau, where every cup is a vacation.
United Machine and Tool has been manufacturing the highest quality projects for a wide variety of industries for over 35 years. We deliver high-quality CNC machine components and fabrication projects from prototype to production. United Machine and Tool is committed to quality and excellence in the manufacturing industry. We're located in Goodlettsville, Tennessee. Check us out on the web at umttn.com for any manufacturing need. That's United Machine and Tool, a proud sponsor of the Full Count Rhythm.
Let's get back to Full Count Rhythm baseball action on the Full Count Broadcast Network.
Hey, we're back. The director did not tell the broadcaster that she was coming back. The broadcaster didn't tell the director, hey, I'm ready to come back. Good thing I was ready. I'd have to get that out of the window. Let me, I don't have her microphone set up where she can talk to take that. So I'd have to make some changes. So let's see who's going to come to the plate here in the third. Nolan Sargent, Jonathan Stewart, and then back to the top of the lineup, Jackson Cothran. Sargent, tough night at the plate yesterday. He is getting closer to making his decision to come out of the portal. It was at Belmont last year. He's from Chattanooga area, and he is looking to move to another place where he has more of an opportunity to play. The Division I rosters are shortening. They're losing, I think, 5 players on their roster, every D1 school, to a pitch on the outside corner for a called strike. And so less opportunities. Sargent comes in hitting .240. He's playing in his 15th game. And another pitch that slides just a little bit outside. Count goes 3-1. Eli rooting for Nolan Sargent. Ball 4. And the second base runner for Full Count. Second walk by Grissom, back out for his third inning. Jonathan Stewart comes to the plate. What's his nickname? Sopa, as in sopapilla? Oh, sopa is Spanish for stew? Is that what Alex? Oh, that's not what Alex Montiel and Heidelberg Rubio, who are listening in tonight. How many bombs did Stewie hit down there in Nicaragua? 3 or 4? Jonathan Stewart was on mission the second week the Full Count was down in Nicaragua. He was down there with my one and only son. He's taking ball 2 as Grissom's struggling to find the strike zone here in the third. Stewart got some time on the hill down there. Okay. Did he pitch at Smyrna High School? Throw over to first. Well, he can't pitch in high school anymore. His high school time is over. He's going to head to Volunteer State Community College, so I'll get to see him this fall. You think he ought to pitch some? It's pretty easy, that pitching thing. And that one does catch the corner at the letters for a called strike. Before he went on that mission trip, he didn't have a hit. Went down there and got his first hit up at Fulton the other day. Now he's going to be at a 2-ball, 2-strike count. And as we say, get a hit, get an average. Jonathan playing in his 7th game in a Rhythm uniform. He's from Smyrna, Tennessee. Eli, at some point, buddy, we'll get you with the microphone again, okay? I'll get you. No, that was a throw over to first. Popped up. That's a AAA autoglass foul ball. Eli, you're not out there to get it. There's some pretty good-sized boys out here, though, that are getting. His cousin, Reese Snapko, will be here next week. And he is going to try to set the record for most foul balls collected by a 7-year-old here at Drakes Creek Park. Fastball misses outside. Count goes full. Full count Ministries, full count. Number 37 is running over toward the Madisonville dugout as Stewart swings and misses for out number 1. Second strikeout by Grissom. Reese is headed out as Jackson Cothran comes to the plate. They look good in those Nicaragua baseball jerseys. Cothran comes to the plate with a 1 out and 1 on. That's Nolan Sargent. We'll see if he takes off. We'll try to guess maybe. And a slide step. Cothran gets hold of that one and lines it down the right field line. And it'll drop and roll to the wall. That's extra bases. Let's see if they get Sargent to stop at third. They will. And that is a do-dat double for the first hit of the ball game for either team. The Old Hickory steel press bats put in good use. It's Sargent now at third base. Dylan Toller getting over, and if he tried to lay out, if he would have laid out, he might have had a chance at that. I think it was out of your view, but he could not get to it in time before it hit about 20 feet away from the fair line. It's 320 down the lines here at Drakes Creek Park, 340 or 345 as that ball's grounded to third, and the only play that Sargent has is to go. The throw from Burning is not in time to get Lou DeLessio, and we got a base hit. That ball hit pretty well by DeLessio. Now, time is called as Brian Campbell wants to come out and have a meeting at the mound, but DeLessio gets an RBI single, and that's the Framework Athletics first run of the game, scored by Nolan Sargent on the RBI infield single by DeLessio, who's now been on base both times he's come to the plate. His ground ball hit down to Burning was hugging the line. Sargent was kind of in no man's land. He couldn't get back in time, so he just had to take off toward home. But Burning, I don't think the ball knocked him down, but he kind of, as he was moving toward third base, kind of stumbled. The ball was hit, would have been to his backhand, but he made a pretty good shuffle step over to the line, but then went down. And by that time, he righted himself, tried to throw across the diamond. Lou DeLessio, who runs well, was able to beat that one out. Cothran could not move up as that ball is popped up into shallow center field. Cliff Weisinger able to make the catch for out number 2 as Jake Turr swings at the first pitch. Now 2 out and 2 on.
Now batting third baseman, number 15, Devin McCarron.
Devin McCarron at the plate. Headed to Mercer University. Played last year at Chattanooga State, in the ECCAA. Takes the first pitch down for ball 1. Karen 6 foot, 195 pound. He'll be a redshirt junior. As I say, he didn't say he was a redshirt, but he sat out 2 years and then went to Arkansas State Mid-South in West Memphis, Arkansas. Started out as a recruit at Vol State by Ryan Hunt. He'll take a changeup for a called strike, but decided to not play baseball for his first 2 years. Had a fantastic season at Chat State last year, hitting .327. It hit 11 doubles, 8 home runs, 8 doubles, 13 home runs, 70 RBIs. He actually hit .368, and .327 was his time at Arkansas State Mid-South. It's a school I'd never heard of. Client of yours, Ken? Never heard of him. Ball, 2 strikes, 2 on, 2 out. 1 in here in the bottom of the third. Cothran bouncing off as the pitch goes outside. Now 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, 2 on. Arkansas State, he had 8 home runs and 11 RBIs. Drove in 40 runs. So in 2 years of baseball, 110 RBIs. Pretty good production. Dapper to the left side. It's in the hole. Cut off by Burning. His throw to first. Not going to get McCarron, and a play at the plate. Jackson Cothran is in there under the tag. The throw from the first baseman, Cooper Wright, to the plate. Another infield single. He did not stop at round and third. So an RBI will be credited to McCarron on the infield. He was actually going on the pitch, which helped his momentum on the. He had rounded third by the time Burning was throwing to first base. DeLessio moves all the way over to third. 3 hits in the inning, and runners at the corners for Trace Simmons, who grounded out to the first baseman. His first time up. Takes a pitch at the knees for a called strike. Trace playing first base tonight. So McCarron, who got his first hit as a rhythm player yesterday, picked up his first RBI as a rhythm player, and the Rhythm lead 2-0 with another one out there on third base. So a couple of infield singles to the left side of the infield, along with Cothran's double down the right field line. They have produced 2 runs. Nolan Sargent walked to begin the inning. McCarron can run. I wouldn't be surprised if he took off. He does not go here as the fastball is spiked. McCarron was 15 for 17 in stolen bases for the Tigers at Chattanooga State. Greg Dennis, the head coach over there, had a good season, but their postseason ended not well for the Tigers. That ball's hit out to left field. Trace Simmons, he's watching this one, and it will leave the yard at the 345 mark. It didn't clear it by a ton. Trace was watching that one and raising a hand as he rounds the base. And that is a 3-run home run for Trace Simmons. Simmons gets his 3rd home run of the year for the Full Count Rhythm. And the Full Count leads 5-0. Elijah Stockton now with the bases cleared, stands in with 2 outs. Ground ball up the middle off the glove of the pitcher, and it will carry him into center field. Stockton thought about rounding first and heading to second, but Cliff Weisinger says no. So a base hit for Stockton, and back-to-back hits brought to you by Old Hickory Bats.
Now batting left fielder number 14, Hillary.
3rd inning. Good to the Rhythm. Now Charlie Bozeman, the 9th batter to come to the plate here in the 3rd. Fouls that one off. Gamboa gave it an attempt. Bozeman grounded out to Burning at third base. Lifts that one high into the air into shallow left field. On comes Ian Cartwright, the left fielder. He'll make the catch for the final out, but 9 come to the plate for the Rhythm. 5 of them touch home plate meaningfully. The big blow, the 3-run home run by Trace Simmons. And he knew he got it. He stood there and watched it for a little bit as Ian Cartwright went back to the 345 sign, right to the right of the Dudak Communications sign hanging on the wall. And Rhythm lead 5-0 after 3. We'll take a break and be back with the fourth after this message.
Corson Fire and Security first opened for business in 1946. From the very beginning, we understood something important. We're not just protecting buildings. We're protecting the dreams that built them. We're protecting the lives unfolding inside them. Fire extinguishers, sprinkler systems, and security products are the tools of our trade, but people are the inspiration behind it. For 7 decades, we've never forgotten that. Corson Fire and Security. Corson.com.
We all think about our home's yards, gutters, floors, and so much more. When was the last time you thought about your sprinkler system? That's where Music City Fire Sprinkler steps in. It may shock you that in-home sprinkler systems are discreet and affordable. Let the experts at Music City Fire Sprinkler tell you for themselves. Give them a call at 615-826-7450 or check them out on the web at mcfs.us. That's Music City Fire Sprinkler, proud sponsor of the Full Count Rhythm.
Let's get back to Full Count Rhythm baseball action on the Full Count Broadcast Network.
Cliff Weisinger to lead off for the Madisonville Miners. Top of the fourth, facing Logan Harrell. Harrell delivers a first pitch strike. Weisinger flew out to center field in his first plate appearance. Swing and a miss by Clifford Weisinger the second from McDonough, Georgia, also a AUM player. 3 pitches and another Safeware strikeout ends Weisinger's at bat. That is his 31st strikeout of the year. I'm sorry, 33rd. He had 2 last night. He had 30 on my score sheet from the night before that. So 33, he leads the league in that category. Justin Early, who had a 7 RBI game last night for the Miners, including a grand slam home run, steps in. Now 1 ball, 1 strike. He grounded out the third to end the first inning. Not sure that he agreed with that call. And another breaking pitch and another strike. Harrell with 5 strikeouts now in 3 1/3. Had a 10 strikeout performance in his first game against Fulton. That's popped up on the right side in the infield. Elijah Stockton will step into the natural grass off of the artificial turf and make the catch for out number 2. Noah Burning, who's been busy down at third base, at the plate now with nobody on, 2 outs. Grounded out to first base to start the second inning. Another pitch to the backstop by Logan Harrell. I guess he's wanting me to say it. The next time I'm going to say it. Ken Stegall just said it. 2-0 pitch. Harrell tries the breaking pitch and can't get the corner. Got another young girl out here wearing a Nicaragua jersey, wearing the number 7, my favorite number. 3-0. I'm not sure where that one missed, but it's a 4-pitch walk, second walk of the ball game for Harrell. Brings up Sean O'Brien.
Now
Madisonville Miner, second baseman. Rhythm are 3-1 this year against Madisonville, and now I think for the first time have a winning record against the Madisonville Miners. I don't think we've ever had a winning record against Madisonville. Squaring around the bunt, laying it down foul is O'Brien. Oh, 1 pitch as Harold checks first. Breaking pitch called strike on the outside corner. O'Brien now down in the count 0-2. Harrell looking for another Safeware strikeout. Doesn't get it with that pitch. Rhythm in their first year in 2021 finished 2-2 against Madisonville. In 2022, only played the minors twice, lost both times. So after 2 years of existence, 2-4 against Madisonville. And then in 2023, they played 3 times. Rhythm got the best of them 2 out of 3. But we're 4-5 coming into this year. Now 3-1. That makes it carry the 1, and then I think that makes it 7-6 overall. Tapper foul on a 2-2 pitch. Brian Campbell down at third base tries to make the play. Hits off of the fence, the wall in front of the brand new dugout / locker room / workout facility / batting cages for the Hendersonville Commandos. We got to get a name for that building. Fieldhouse, I guess. Dugout Fieldhouse. 2-2 pitch. Swing and a miss and a Safeware strikeout to end the 4th. 6 now for Logan Harrell. You keep throwing them to the back spot, buddy. As long as you dial it in when it matters. We'll be back with the bottom of the 4th. The Rhythm lead 5-0.
Escape to a taste of the tropics with Frosted Luau, Hendersonville's favorite soft-serve ice cream truck. Indulge in our creamy delights with options for everyone, including dairy-free and vegan treats. Planning a corporate event or a birthday bash? Let Frosted Luau cater to your sweet cravings. Visit frostedluau.com, follow us on Instagram at Frosted Luau, or call 615-422-6133 to book your luau today. Frosted Luau, where every cup is a vacation.
Think about something for a moment. Every single business, from the smallest neighborhood bakery to the biggest multinational corporation, is someone's dream come true. The byproduct of planning and determination and hard work. If you own a business, you already know that. So you'll also understand that fire and security protection isn't just about protecting property. It's about safeguarding dreams. At Corson, that's what we've specialized in since 1946. Corson Fire and Security. Corson.com.
Let's get back to Full Count Rhythm Baseball action on the Full Count Broadcast Network.
Rhythm with a 5-0 lead will send Nolan Sargent back to the plate to lead off another inning. They get the 5-run third inning started with a leadoff walk. Scored the Framework Athletics first run of the game. Drills one down the right field line, but it's foul. Heading toward the minor bullpen. It looks like the bullpen catcher makes the play down there on one hop. Jackson Grissom back out for his 4th inning, but he's got 70 pitches. I wouldn't expect him to last unless he gets through this quickly. College coaches don't like players throwing too many pitches in these summer league games. Another swinging a foul ball toward the Miners dugout. Sargent now down in the count, 1 ball, 2 strikes. Nolan Sargent, Jonathan Stewart, and Jackson Cothran. A remix of the start of the 3rd inning. Full count, 5 runs, 5 hits in that inning. A couple of infield singles. Ground ball to second base. Charging, gloving, and throwing is Sean O'Brien. That retires Sargent. Now Jonathan Stewart, who was a strikeout victim with Sargent on at first base, stands in. Final mission trip group Should be getting on a plane here soon, heading back to Nashville. Popped up on the infield, and O'Brien's going to make another play. And now 2 are out. You were doing that. 2 out. Jackson Cothran at the plate. Cothran did a double down the right field line, and aggressive running scored him on an infield single by Devin McCarron. Karen had an infield single. Lou DeLessio, 2 batters before that, had an infield single. Cothran swings through an inside pitch, looked like an off-speed pitch. Jackson came in hitting below 200. Pretty unusual for Jackson Cothran, but I told him the other day, I said, I know you're going to get it going. You're too good of a player not to. A couple of hits in yesterday's game got him up to 194, and his 1 for 2 right now probably puts him over that. Eight for 38 if you want to try to do that. Jay right now is getting on his calculator. I beat you. It's 2-11. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Cothran looks at a pitch low and away. At a Full Count Ministries full count. He may be hitting 194, but he gets on base at a 412 clip. 9 walks. He gets plunked every once in a while. He's been hit 5 times, so that's 14 free passes. Make it 15 as he draws a walk. I'm heading to first. Lead off. Batter on base 2 out of the 3 times he's come to the plate. And that is the 3rd walk of the ball game by Jackson Grissom. The pitch count not increasing for Jackson Grissom on the scoreboard. So Will Parker having a little issues here. They keep sending you guys up here without any training. I'm sorry for you, Parker. I don't know how to run the scoreboard. I've never run a scoreboard. When I'm in a press box, I'm either broadcasting or public address announcing. Lou DeLessio's been on base both times he's come to the plate. Walked in the first as he taps that one foul, and Hayde Moore quickly out of the rhythm dugout off of the bucket makes a play. DeLessio then had an infield single, drove in Nolan Sargent in the 5-run 3rd, and he later came in to score on the 3-run homer by Trey Simmons as he's delivering more AAA autoglass squishy balls to youngsters who's out after that. Other action tonight, Fulton is at Henderson playing a doubleheader tonight. Hoptown at Paducah, single game. 1-2 pitch and a runner at first. He wanted to take off. Grissom thought he had a strikeout, but Matthew Bass behind the plate did not agree. Jesse Chesterfield is the umpire down the first base line. Jason Carey, the third base umpire, is currently in the middle of the diamond. And he's got him picked off. We'll get the right throw and sliding in. Safe as he gets under the tag by, is that Pete Britton that made that swipe tag? The shortstop? It should have been. Is that what it was? It was the second baseman that made the swipe. That's what it was. Okay. So a stolen base for Jackson Cothran. You could tell he wanted to go on the pitch before, and that's why I was thinking, okay, be ready for Grissom to throw over to first. And Cothran just went on first move. And DeLessio continues to foul balls off and increase that pitch count. Joe's 79 or 80 now. Swing and a miss. Nope. The foul tipped it. Matthew Bass made a signal as though it was a strike. He did not indicate that it was a foul ball. That threw me off. 2-2 misses outside. And a full count, Ministries, full count. Hawthorne out at second base. A base hit should score him. And a full count, first pitch, foul ball. Is the guy going to make the catch? Oh, he had a glove. He sighted it in. He just kind of was a little tentative, and it hit on the concrete right in front of him. He almost made a play. That's my man that had he's got a broken left arm, so no wonder he's a little tentative. He's got the glove on that left hand where he's got the cast. Full count pitch again to Lou D'Alessio. And he's just continuing to foul pitches off. Another AAA. This is a shower glass foul ball. Lucy's going after it. She's got her purse just in case she needs to pay somebody off. The Snapkas, our other three grandchildren, will be up next week, up from Mississippi. It'll be crazy. Full count pitch to Sweet Lou is down, and he draws a walk. 3 for 3 on base. Or Lou D'Alessio. Back-to-back walks. Let's see if that ends the night for Jackson Grissom. 82 pitches on Game Changer. Maybe that was the 83rd. Jake Turr, who's 0 for 2, he's due. Rising sophomore to the University of Tampa. From Tampa, he swings at a first pitch. And another AAA autoglass foul ball. Good thing they have locations here in Tennessee. They also locations in Kentucky, Georgia, Alabama, the Carolinas, Florida, New York, Texas, and Louisiana. Spiked fastball. Nice stop by Justin early behind the plate. Her playing in his 11th game of the year. Came in hitting .257. He hit his first home run of the year yesterday at Hoptown. Driven in 6. Grounds one into the hole on the left side. Charging is Cartwright. They'll hold the runner as the throw gets off of the glove of Noah Burning, and the bases are loaded now. Ball hit pretty hard, and Cartwright playing fairly shallow in left field. Now the bases are juiced for Devin McCarron. What a time for the first home run off the bat of Devin McCarron. Yard card's a good call right here, Ken. It's a good call. I'm going to save mine for later in the game. Ken Stegall, our official scorekeeper, best in the league, hands down. Not a guessing home runs. Ground ball, foul. Jimmy make a play. He does. Jimmy Gamboa from Emory and Henry is the pitching coach over there. Is the acting head coach for Josh Carman, who should be back on Monday. 0-1. Ground ball to the shortstop. Underhand flip, and that will retire the Rhythm. No runs. There was 1 hit. No errors. 3 runners left on base. We're through 4. We're scheduled for 9 here. This is just a single game. Rhythm lead 5-0. You're listening to the Full Count Broadcast Network.
Feeling tight, stiff, and not quite yourself? Then it might be time to go see the professionals at Absolute Wellness. Located at 101 Tennessee Way, Suite 100 here in Hendersonville, Absolute Wellness can get you back on track with their numerous services like chiropractic care, massage, acupuncture, spinal decompression. Call Absolute Wellness at 615-264-8515 today to get in on some great offers. That's Absolute Wellness. Your road to absolute wellness starts here. We all think about our home's yards, gutters, floors, and so much more. When was the last time you thought about your sprinkler system? That's where Music City Fire Sprinkler steps in. It may shock you that in-home sprinkler systems are discreet and affordable. Let the experts at Music City Fire Sprinkler tell you for themselves. Give them a call at 615-826-7450 or check them out on the web at mcfs.us. That's Music City Fire Sprinkler, proud sponsor of the Full Count Rhythm.
Let's get back to Full Count Rhythm baseball action on the Full Count Broadcast Network.
Logan Harrell back out for the 5th inning. He will face 6, 7, and 8 in the minors lineup. That's Dylan Toller, Pete Britton, and Logan Bailey. Swing and a miss on the first pitch delivered by Harrell. Toller was a strikeout victim to end the second. One ball, one strike count now to Logan, or to Dylan Toller. The third batter up will have a Logan v. Logan at bat. Stewart able to keep that one off the backstop. Little joke. Long pause by Logan Harrell. Delivers low and away. Some youngsters with gloves looking for foul balls. With a left-handed batter, you need to be over by the merch pavilion. Ball 4 is a leadoff walk drawn by Dylan Toller. Third walk of the ball game by Logan Harrell. It came in with only 5 walks and 16 in the third innings. 24 strikeouts, and now is 3 in this ball game. Walks, that is, 6 strikeouts, so he's now at 30. Which, if Chapman did not pitch for Fulton, he takes the league lead, and now a hit batter. It's the breaking pitch. Thumps Pete Britton in the back. His 4th plunking of the year. 47th time that Full Count has hit an opponent. Fulton Railroaders defeated the Henderson Flash in game 1 of their doubleheaders, 7-1. They had a 5-run inning in the third. See who got the win in that game. Is it Hayes Melville? H. Melville, I think. Is that his name? Hayes, it is. Hayes Melville went all 7 innings. Gave up 1 hit, 1 run. It was earned, walked 2, struck out 10. He leads that club in saves, but he got the start in that game. John Carnes, I think, is the Railroader, who had a double and a home run in that game. Is squaring around a bunt is Logan Bailey, and takes a pitch down in the turf for ball 1. Make sure this is Logan Bailey. It is number 5. He walked in the third. Pops this one up, and it goes foul. Is that the commissioner who's finally made his way up into the press box? He is here. We don't have all the food trucks here, Will, that we do from time to time. So You have to go concession stand food. Do you get some barbecue? You got it down here in the concession stand? Okay. Ball on a strike to Bailey. Nobody out. 2 on. He's squaring around a bunt again. And another pitch spiked. 2 balls and a strike. If you haven't been to Drakes Creek Park, you come up to the press box, you see that we can't see the full count bullpen with the new building that's down the third base line, and we can only see heads in the visitors. Another pop up, and Jonathan Stewart and Devin McCarron go after that one as it heads to the rhythm dugout, but can't get to that pop up. And the count now is 2 balls and 2 strikes as Bailey probably will be swinging away now. Will Cox, the commissioner now for the second year here in the Ohio Valley League, took over for John Bruce, who retired. And Will had his first year last year with 5 teams and was happy that the rhythm came back, added 6, and a swing and a miss and a Safeway strikeout for Logan Harrell, just what he needed with 2 on and nobody out. So now the conventional double play possibility to get the rhythm out of the top of the 5th inning. Ian Cartwright, strikeout victim in the 3rd inning. So Will Cox was attached to the Madisonville Miners. I guess now he's no longer officially attached. Breaking pitch catches the plate at the knees. Although he helps them out from time to time. He's an official scorer as well. That's Ken Stegall, our official scorer. Will, have y'all ever met? Just did? Okay. Best in the league, Will. Sorry to say it. I'm not trying to, count goes 1 ball, 1 strike. He's done a few games. He's been here now 5th year with me. Fastball is up. We think the pitch count is right for Harrell. 71 pitches now for Logan Harrell in the 5th inning. Would believe this is going to be his last innings. Hopefully he needs to get through it though. Breaking pitch right up the middle, and that is going to get into center field. D'Alessio charges gloves. His throw right on the dime to Jonathan Stewart, and D'Alessio, he guns down his 2nd runner in 2 days. I'm telling you, I didn't know that D'Alessio had the cannon that he had. But Dylan Toller is out 9-2. He threw that to the plate before Trace Simmons even got over to the cutoff spot. Of course, he's not a normal first baseman, so a little delayed probably. But there's the first hit of the ball game for the Miners, but it results in out number 2. Runners still at 1st and 2nd. Cooper Wright, the leadoff batter, at the plate, and he takes a healthy cut. Comes up empty. He's 0 for 2 with a strikeout and a ground out. Swing and a foul tip. They got a piece of Jonathan Stewart. He just did a 360 roll on the ground. Not sure where that caught him, but you're getting a good view of his derriere right now. Let's widen it out a little bit. Look at that sky. looks prettier actually on the video feed right there. We'll ask Will Cox in between innings if he wants to join the broadcast. I've got a microphone, and we'll hopefully talk to him. John Bruce came to the press box from time to time, and he was never shy around a microphone. Loved having John. We've had in our now 5th year of existence, it's our 4th year in the Ohio Valley League. We have had great leadership at the top. John Bruce did a tremendous job, was well respected, very well liked as our acting trainer. I got his name the other day. Parker, you don't know his name, do you? I wrote it down. Now it's a question of where did I write it? Brad Swope is our lead trainer, but he apparently is not here. I don't know if Josh Carmen knows the name or not, but he's probably on an airplane by now, heading up. I think they get in about 10:30 tonight, but Jonathan Stewart looks like he's going to remain in the game. And there's a high likelihood that he got a hit in a very vulnerable area there. Hopefully he's suitably protected. I don't think anybody did a cup check before the game, but Josh Carmen says, is that Eric Owen? Eric Owen is the interim or the stand-in trainer tonight. Matthew Bass still giving Jonathan Stewart a little bit of extra time. As it counts now 0-2 to the leadoff batter, Cooper Wright. On the inside corner for a Safeware strikeout. All it took was one more pitch and another backward K in the book. That is 8 for the ball game for Logan Harrell, I would assume, as he has now thrown 76 pitches. That would be his last pitch of the game, especially since the Miners picked up a hit in that inning. But no runs, 1 hit, no errors, 2 runners left on base. Lou D'Alessio gets the runner trying to score the first run of the game for Madisonville. We'll take a quick break and we'll be right back. Hopefully Will Cox will be able to join us right here on the Full Count Broadcast Network.
Don't strike out at your next party. Order the food that will get your crowd cheering. Chick-fil-A of Rivergate. We have many catering options available, from our Chick-fil-A nugget trays to our original Chick-fil-A sandwiches to our chocolate chunk cookies and fudge brownies. We have something for everyone. Order online at chickfil-a.com or call the store at 615-851-4007.
If you didn't know, the Full Count Rhythm is part of the organization called Full Count Ministries. Full Count's mission is to give every baseball player the opportunity to hear the gospel, respond to the gospel, and grow in the relationship with Jesus. With Full Count, you could lead by discipling the next generation by using our resources, or you could go on international mission trips. For more of what we do, check out our website at fullcountministries.com or our pages on Instagram and Facebook.
Let's get back to Full Count Rhythm Baseball action on the Full Count Broadcast Network.
Tim Reese, Susan Reese on the Full Count Broadcast Network. I'm joined by Will Cox, the president, the commissioner of the Ohio Valley League. Let's see if that microphone's working for you, Will.
How you doing, Tim? 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3.
That's 4, 5, 6, 4, 5, 6.
There you go.
Hey, we work well together. Look at that. This is your first visit to Drakes Creek Park in Hendersonville, isn't it?
Absolutely, it is, and it's an amazing facility. And active tonight, teams everywhere, fields everywhere. Great to be here, and great barbecue from the concession stand.
You would have been here last year as the commissioner, if Full Count was in the league.
Right.
You definitely would have joined us here, but just took a extra year as Trace Simmons takes a called strike that he wasn't happy about the new pitcher, Sander Lucas, a right-hander, out of the Madisonville bullpen. That's a fly ball out to center field. Looks like Weisinger will be able to handle that in right center field easily enough. Trace Simmons hit a 3-run home run, his 3rd home run of the year. The last time he came up, he's now 1 for 3. So, Will, you started out in the Ohio Valley League with the Madisonville Miners. Is that correct?
Yeah, I started keeping score for them when they came from Dawson Springs, I don't know, maybe 15 years ago now. So been around from the beginning.
Well, I had mentioned, did a little research today, and the Tidewater Pirates.
Tradewater Pirates. Dawson
Did
Springs
I call them
Tradewater
Tidewater?
Pirates.
Tradewater.
Yeah.
Did I write my notes down
They
wrong?
came from Dawson to Madisonville and played 2 years as the Madisonville Tradewater Pirates. And then we made the to switch over to the minors.
The strike, Ken? I thought it was ball.
Parker Staborski getting thrown under the bus up here as the official score. There you go. Easy enough. You got lucky. It's 1 ball, 1 strike. You fell into that one.
I love when those umps put up the sign, don't we?
Yeah. Yeah, we've had the council umpires up here from time to time. We got one of them that likes to do the strike call right in front of his chest.
We've had that at home. Yeah, that's no fun at all, is it?
No, I told him afterwards because they dress up here, and I said, hey, we need you to kind of show that to us up in the press box. A ball and 2 strikes. Elijah Stockton at the plate. He had a single up the middle in the 8th. You think you saw him put up 1 and a 2? Yeah, I was going to say, I think he's. Well, we know it's at least 2 strikes. Yeah, I have typed it on my cheat sheet here as Tidewater. And you're telling me it's trade water.
It's trade.
I'm going to believe you.
I love you. I'm not being critical.
No, I believe you.
No, I'm with you.
I believe you.
Tidewater, trade water, we'll go with it.
No, I want it to be right. That breaking pitch lands right across the plate.
Yeah. Dawson Springs is right on the banks of the Tradewater River.
Well, that would make sense that it would be called Tradewater. Tidewater, I think, was a team up in like New York or something like that. It was a minor league team or something. But
that sounds
anyway,
right.
So 2011 is when the OVL, I guess, officially started as the Ohio Valley League. I guess they rebranded.
That's right.
And so the Marion Bobcats, who ended up leaving in 2014.
Right.
And the Owensboro Oilers, who then became the Owensboro River Dogs.
Right.
They ended up leaving in 2023. And, of course, the Fulton Railroaders and the
Hoppers were in originally with us, I think.
They came
the next year.
They came in the next year.
That's right.
So Owensboro, Marion, Tradewater, and Fulton Railroaders.
That's right.
In 2011, Fulton Railroaders won the first championship there. So.
And we had no idea what we were doing our first year, and all of us, there was a big meeting at the chamber office, and we all agreed to kind of sign on, and I was the only one in the room that knew how to keep score. And so I went to the men's room and came back, and I'd been elected official scorer.
It's almost like how you became the commissioner, wasn't it?
It's pretty close, yeah.
Bozeman just gets hit by a pitch on a breaking pitch. He got away from Sander Lucas. That's the first hit batter of the game by Madisonville. And now 2 outs and a runner at first base. Nolan Sargent comes to the plate. So, so you were not in an official capacity with the entire league until you became the commissioner. Is that correct?
That's right. I was on the been on the minors board since we came in, and then I would go to the meetings with our GM who was Trish Knoll for until last year, and then John announced his resignation, and I drew the short straw. I say that jokingly. It's been a lot of fun. I've enjoyed it.
And I was at the meeting when John Bruce, I guess, chaired his final meeting, and when you were elected, I think that's how I recall you got elected, but you had to say yes. They didn't just make you do it, but
that's right. Yeah,
you had to kind of volunteer for it. There wasn't anybody else that was interested that I could tell.
Nobody's dumb as me.
Nobody else stepped to the plate. It was Will Cox, and
it's been fun. I've enjoyed it. I got to meet all the GMs and see all the stadiums and work with the teams in different ways, and so it's been a lot of fun.
Well, probably was a little bit helpful for you, maybe just personally, not having to deal with 11 teams in the league like you actually had the year before that. We had 11 in 22, and in 23 there was some movement. Louisville jockeys in and out, but then in before the 25 season or 24 season is when.
Yeah, we
had 6 teams left, right? 4 folded.
Right. Yeah, we had 12. We were at 12, and then 7 left, I guess, because we played 5.
That ball inside, and he gets by the catcher on the pitch Bozeman was taking off, so he'll be credited with a stolen base. No wild pitch. But 2 balls, 2 strikes now to Nolan Sargent.
You all left the Prospect League. Du Bois went to Prospect League. Muhlenberg County shut down. Bowling Green shut down. Clarksville shut down. And Louisville shut down. I think
So that left 5 teams, right?
Right.
So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 is what I had. I think we, as a runner takes off to the third, the throw down is not in time. Bozeman's picked up a couple stolen backs and now is at third base with a full count. Ministries full count to Nolan Sargent. But I think the one year we thought we were going to have 12, and then Owensboro backed out right before
That's right.
the
right.
beginning of the year. Is that
You're
right?
Yeah, that's right.
Okay, Owensboro backed out, and that produced chaos right there. Full count pitch. That's a foul ball.
Absolute chaos.
Because the schedule had already been made, and I think they had issues with hadn't paid the city park for the use of their field as well as what I heard. I don't know if that's official, but that was all before you were the commissioner.
Yeah, we had to help clean it up, but let's say it was a little bumpy.
Okay.
We'll go with that.
Louisville in and out, and matter of fact, that's part of our full count rhythm history tonight.
Yeah, you all actually bought the Owensboro franchise to get back in.
Is that what it is?
Yeah.
Fly ball to deep right field. Back goes Toller, and he's going to make the catch in front of the warning track for out number 3. We're going to keep it right here. No runs, no hits, no errors. 1 runner left on at third base as we are through 5 innings. All zeros except for the 5 in the bottom of the third inning. We're visiting with the commissioner of the Ohio Valley League, Will Cox, who has made his first visit here to Drakes Creek Park in Hendersonville. He was at the Hoptown full count game yesterday. Did you then visit somewhere else last night?
Yeah, left there about top of the 4th and went to Madisonville and watched the slugfest up there that ended up with a football score.
20-16.
20-16. Yeah, it had a little bit of everything in it.
That was crazy. I was kind of watching that
right
on the
when we left Hoptown, it was 2-0 and or 4-2 maybe. Anyway, when we got up there, Hoptown had blown it open, and I'm sorry, Fulton had blown it open, and there you go.
And then Justin Early hit a grand slam in the bottom of the 9th inning, got him within 4 more, and thought, oh my gosh, could they come back? So
yeah, I mean Fulton had his run ruled, and
but you scored 7 runs, had a touchdown and an extra point in the bottom of the 7th inning right there.
And they're playing a doubleheader tonight in Henderson, so they were looking forward to getting home early and saving some arms, and they ended up having to scrape for the win.
And they did. Fulton got the 7-1 victory in Game 1 against Henderson, and they're playing Game 2 right now. Don't have that score yet, but we do have a Hendersonville Firefighter Association call to the bullpen. Eli, oops, I got the wrong one. There we go. Carter Kelly is on. The wrong left-hander I had pulled out. Carter Kelly from Lipscomb. Pulaski, Tennessee, the son of David and Nikki Kelly, brother to Aiden and Ethan, grandson of Papa and Nana, Papa Phil and Nana JJ. They're all from Pulaski, Tennessee. That's down in Giles County, where the University of Tennessee Southern is located. As we begin the top of the 6th inning.
See, Cliff can get us going.
Cliff Weisinger looks at the first pitch, spiked down in the turf by one of the 2 Carters from Lipscomb. We've got a Carter Kelly and a Blake Carter. One's a pitcher, one's a first baseman. Weisinger looks at a called strike. Visiting with Will Cox, the commissioner of the Ohio Valley League in his 2nd year. And what was it like when you got the phone call from, I assume it's from Josh Carmen, to say, hey, we'd like to come back in the league?
It's the best phone call I got last season. Honestly, last year we just wanted to survive. There was so much change, so much turmoil with so many teams leaving that we just wanted to get through the year. I got together with all the GMs and I said, my goal is to have a no drama year, and we did that. And then Josh called one day at the office and said, "I'm not, what do you think about us coming back?" And I said, if I have any GMs who vote no, I will personally drive to their home and drag them out in the street. And so that's it was a great phone call, and we're thrilled to have you all back. You all raised the bar for the entire league, and you all are you're a class operation, and we're thrilled to have you all back.
Well, there isn't any question, and you know this from being at Madisonville for so long, you can't do this without a lot of support that's behind you. You got to have volunteers, people behind the scenes picking up trash, grilling, running the concession stands, all that business. Host homes is a huge issue for each of these teams. Throw over to first.
Yeah, I've hosted players for 8 years now. I got 2 with me this year. I got Pete Britton, our shortstop tonight, usually plays second, and Casey. Casey's gonna be mad. I can't remember his last name. Number 23, the pitcher.
Let me help you out. Casey Tomasic.
That's
Is
him.
that how you say it?
Yep.
He's not played against us. Well, I'm pretty happy because I wasn't sure how to say that last name. 3-0 count now to Justin Early.
And if Pete's mom is listening, you make awesome cookies.
Keep bringing them.
Right.
Back.
Pete stayed with me last year, and
he's back, huh?
Yeah, when he
too?
came back this year, I didn't say anything about the cookies, but when he got to the house and got out of the car and he had the cookies with him, I was so relieved.
What kind of cookies does she make, Will?
Oh man, there's some sugar cookies, and she sends some icing to put on them, and yeah, they are the bomb.
We've got folks that listen in. As a matter of fact, your boy Ron Wilson's listening in. He's a regular.
He's an absolute regular.
He's here. But Jay Myers, who's finally at a game.
Ron and Sean come to almost probably every home game.
Okay. Jay Myers listening in. He said at Tidewater's in Norfolk, and that's that.
That makes sense. Be over on the East Coast.
I agree with that. He's one of my research analysts. He's
to Virginia or North Carolina. That sounds right.
Yeah. Jay is he's asked a question here. I don't know if he was asking you or not, but he's under the impression that the tournament is going to be held at Fulton. The tournament's not held at any particular venue other than the higher seed as the first pitch to Noah Burning.
Yeah, so the top 2 seeds will get a first round bye, and then 3 will host 6, and 4 will host 5 in a sudden death single elimination game, kind of like a wild card game. And then those 2 winners will face the 1 and 2 seeds respectively in a 3-game series, best of 3, and then those 2 winners will play in the finals.
And the
best of 3.
As that ball gets to the backstop, both runners will move up on the wild pitch. Okay. No, is it? Okay. Is that Wyatt Burris? That's my recollection as to who 39 is. Look at me knowing the Madisonville. Lined out to left field. That will get down, and 1 run's going to score. Here's the throw to the plate. Cannot be cut off, but the second runner, Justin Early, does not try to come home, and that's the first run of the ball game, and it's driven in by the pinch hitter, Wyatt Burris. Pinch hitting for Noah Burning.
You guys are doing so well without Josh. Are you going to let him come home?
I don't know. May not. Kelly gets a pitch in there. It's swung on and missed by Sean O'Brien, who struck out twice against Logan Harrell. That's the second hit of the ball game for the Miners. Wyatt Burris from Vincennes University, hometown Farmland, Indiana. We're visiting, if you're just joining us, with Commissioner of the Ohio Valley League, Will Cox. Kelly comes back and stripes one right down Broadway that O'Brien swings and misses at. 1 ball, 2 strikes on the batter. Nobody out. First 3 have reached here in the top of the 6th. Kelly trying to get an out, and fastball's up high. So the 6-team format, a little bit easier and more helpful than that 5-team format, although with wild card games, you just figure out who gets the bye in the wild card. Nice pickup by Jonathan Stewart there. So the best of 3 series, I assume it's still going to be the way it was when Rhythm was in it before. The higher seed, do they get their choice? Could they play the first game at the lower seed so that they'd anticipate as a full count Ministries full count swing and a miss, a Safeway strikeout by O'Brien, and there's the first out.
We have done it both ways over the years.
Okay.
Low, high, high, and high, low, high.
I thought it was
if you go low, high, high, then arguably the lower seed, if they win that first game,
right,
they've got the high seeds lost the home field advantage. All of a sudden the pressure's on them in game 2 because that's an elimination game. But again, we've done it both ways, and
I just thought it was the higher seeds option if they wanted to do it that way. If they say, hey, we think we're going to beat this team on their turf, and we want to win the series,
right.
Or ultimately, if it's the championship round, that they can win the championship because that actually happened in the first year that full count was in existence.
Right.
Nice stab again by Stewart on a pitch yanked glove side by Carter Kelly to keep the run from scoring. Runner still at first and third with 1 out. But Rhythm had won the overall seed against DuBois County, but I can't remember if that was a weather-related issue or if that was Kenny Thomas delayed steal. Burris reaches second base with a stolen base.
I remember we had the whole playoff rained out one year, and
that was in 2016.
Yeah, the Mother Nature is listed on the trophy as the winner that year.
Yeah, right there.
Yeah.
But anyway, so I didn't know if it was just options or if that's happened. But I mean,
low, high is the way I have it planned this year.
Okay, we are just at around the halfway point as Dylan Toller just tossed his bat away. But he's going to need that for a full count Ministries full count. Runners now at second and third. Toller struck out and he's walked. Bats here with 2 in scoring position. Lefty on lefty matchup. And now he's going to draw the walk. And that'll load the bases. That's the third walk of the inning by Kelly, who has struggled mightily in his appearances this year.
If you go low, high, high, and low wins game 1, then they might win the championship on the road. So I'm not sure which ways. Somebody's going to have to win it on the road maybe, so who knows?
Yep. Well, ultimately you want to win. There's a pitch that hits Pete Britton, your hoster, and he draws a bases loaded hit by pitch RBI. That is the first hit batter by Carter Kelly.
Still loaded too. 1 out.
They are. Justin Early comes in to score. That will end Carter Kelly's outing. He has struggled mightily in his appearances. That was his 6th appearance this year, and he now has 18 walks in 4 innings of action. We'll take a quick break here, and we'll come back with the Hendersonville Firefighters Association call to the bullpen.
United Machine and Tool has been manufacturing the highest quality projects for a wide variety of industries for over 35 years. We deliver high-quality CNC machine components and fabrication projects from prototype to production. United Machine and Tool is committed to quality and excellence in the manufacturing industry. We're located in Goodlettsville, Tennessee. Check us out on the web at umttn.com for any manufacturing need. That's United Machine and Tool, a proud sponsor of the Full Count Rhythm.
Let's get back to Full Count Rhythm baseball action on the Full Count Broadcast Network.
Hendersonville Firefighters Association called to the bullpen for the Rhythm. Third pitcher on for Full Count, Hayden Choate from Lee University. 6'3", 195-pound redshirt freshman from Chattanooga, Tennessee. Went to McCallie High School with Nolan Sargent. He's a healthcare administration major, the son of Aaron and Beth Choate from Harrison, Tennessee. Brother to Bailey and the grandson of Gigi and Mia. They're both in Chattanooga. He stays at the host home of Wilson and Anna Reese. Our favorite son. Of course, he's our only son. So we're visiting with Will Cox, the commissioner of the Ohio Valley League, and kind of doing a little bit of history of the Ohio Valley League. But how many teams, if you had 4 teams that came to you in the fall and said, hey, we'd like to have, what's the optimum number of teams that you'd like to see in the Ohio Valley League?
I think our sweet spot is probably 8. We are geographically limited in that every team's supposed to be within, I believe it's 150 miles of Madisonville. And, our league model is we come home every night.
Right.
And so if we can find teams that are financially able to, put a quality team on the field and sustain it, then within that geographic area, then fantastic. But 8, 10, when you get to 10, do you have to go to 2 divisions, and then how do that it becomes a little bit trickier to schedule, but we could make 10 work for sure.
Looks like a foul ball off of Stewart there. Had to have been a foul ball. Nobody moved, and I don't know what they're going to say. It hit him. Hayden Choate's now looking at what happened there, and well, I believe it hit Jonathan Stewart after it hit him. So a second hit batter, first by Hayden Choate, and that's going to be another RBI. And the third run of the ball game's come in. Only 1 hit in the inning. There's been 3 walks and 2 hit batters. Rhythm.
And we're still loaded with 1 out.
Yeah, and the Rhythm handing it to as Jimmy Gamboa over talking to Matthew Bass, the home plate umpire, about what transpired there. That was Logan Bailey that got hit by the pitch. Ian Cartwright, the number 9 hole hitter, and the 8th batter to come to the plate, stands in. So 8, you could stay in 1 division?
I think so.
Okay. I know we've gone to 2 different divisions before, because when I look back at like how many games that we've played against Madisonville and Henderson, they were in the different division, as Choate has now gone on top 0-2 to Ian Cartwright. We've played Madisonville and Henderson way less times than we've played Paducah or Fulton.
Right. Yeah, you are in that. I think we had a
Southern,
north and a south. And,
yeah.
Right. I mean, I would love to have a team in Bowling Green. That makes sense. A team in Clarksville makes sense. A team in Murray makes sense. We'd love to get another team down in the Purchase area, far western Kentucky, just to, Fulton and Paducah. Other when they play each other, they don't have any short road trips, kind of like you all.
Right.
You don't have any short ones from down here. So Clarksville would be good. Bowling Green would be good. Murray would be good.
Safeway strikeout for out number 2, and
even Owensboro back in would be good. If I could pick 4, that's probably where I'd start.
Okay. It's just finding the right people that.
Right, and we have inquiries every year, and we meet with them and talk to them, and they say, well, maybe next year. And so
Ground ball to the right side. This should take care of it. Stockton side flips to Jake Turr for the final out.
I mean, as you know, it's easier to talk about doing it than it is to getting it done. There's a big commitment, as you talked about earlier, all the volunteers and host families, and you got 5 people up here in the press box just to get the game on. So think about where everything else is. So.
Well, I think the commitment level, we'll keep it here again, the commitment level is evident here in Hendersonville, Tennessee, in full count. Not only just with the partnership with the city of Hendersonville, obviously this is a city park, and we're bringing people to the park. They're allowing us to use this nice facility. They are making improvements year after year, of course. And but then when you go to Hoptown, you go to Fulton and Madisonville, and you see all the people, and I get to go to all those games. I mean, you know that I'm traveling and broadcasting there, so I see the same people that are there. Not only the fans, the Ron Wilsons and other people, but Hoptown has it, and I don't know. That's good to see, especially on a Friday night or Saturday night, to see that there's good entertainment there.
We have a very loyal following in Madisonville. Hoptown has the same. Well, all the teams do, just as you're saying, and it is fun to go and you meet friends and make new friends, and you see them year after year, and it is a lot of fun. But it is a lot of work to put a team on the field. I think the Miners' budget is somewhere around 75 or 80,000 bucks. I know your all's is probably a lot more than that. And so, I mean, it's not a small undertaking.
No, it's not. The Miners have been in the league 13 years. The Railroaders 13 as well. Hoptown came in the next year in 2012.
And Madisonville, the Miners, the Railroaders, and the Hoppers were our old Kitty League teams, and so it was kind of neat to have those names come back, and that's why we switched from Tradewater Pirates back to the Miners.
Well, that's I know, and I've talked to you. You and I've talked before, and I keep telling you, after the 1 year in the Prospect League, it's great being back in the Ohio Valley League. I know Josh Carmen feels the same way. It's the right fit for full count ministry and full count rhythm, as 0-1 is fisted by Jonathan Stewart over to Britton, who throws on to first for out number 1 here in the bottom of the 6th. That is still Sander Lucas back out on the mound.
Well, and I'm not saying it because I'm standing here on your broadcast. I would say it to you privately, and I'd say it to anybody else who asked me. But having you all back was just tremendous. And again, it didn't take very long to have that discussion with the other GMs. And again, you all raised the bar for all of us.
Well, I think Josh Carmen is, from what I see when we go to all the different places, another shot over to Britton, and he has that one tear him into left field. Looks like that one took an exit stage left for Britton. We'll see how that one is scored off the bat of Jackson Cothran.
That's an E6. I love Pete, but that was an error.
I like to give my scorekeeper the option, but we worked pretty well together. We worked an entire.
I saw him put the 3 fingers up.
Did you? I didn't. Yeah. He knew that I'd look down there soon enough, or look up on the scoreboard and see it. Lou D'Alessio.
The scorekeepers know how to. Yeah, we reading each other's minds. I looked right down there immediately.
The D'Alessio's been on all 3 times he's come to the plate. A couple of walks. He's had a infield single, scored a run, driven in a run. Again, if you're just joining us, we're visiting with Will Cox, the second-year commissioner. Took over for John Bruce, who had that spot, I guess, since the beginning, right? Pitch is a strike, throw down to second. And Jackson Cothran is caught stealing.
I can't remember how long John did it. I can't remember if we had somebody before him or not. Seems like we did, but maybe not. They run together. They've been
I
around
can't
so long now,
remember.
they all run together.
Yeah, obviously we didn't come in there, but we've had John on
Right.
several times when he would come, and I'm sure we asked that question. I just don't remember the answer.
No, Cub Stokes did it for
from Fulton.
Yeah,
right?
from Fulton.
Okay.
Yeah, he was the commissioner, did it for a long time, and then John followed Cub.
Okay. Line down the right field line. If it's fair, it's trouble, and it is foul. Just foul, says Jesse Chesterfield, the first base umpire. That was at least a double for DeLessio. Using a new bat. Going to have to get the story on that pink tip bat that he broke yesterday at Hoptown.
What do you think the sweet spot of number of teams in the league is?
I haven't, not being a commissioner, I haven't had to think about it. I know 11 is not. I know it needs to be an even number for sure.
Amen.
I don't know that I'm that sorry, or was that ball's grounded to Britton. He's going to throw over to first, get another chance, and he retires to Lesio. And Lucas faces the minimum in the sixth. No runs, no hits, one error, and nobody left on base. As we are now through six, so 2/3 of the way through this ball game. I don't know that I minded the two divisions. Traffic or travel is a huge consideration, and
100%.
And for
we do not want overnights.
We definitely don't want overnights, but
No.
you really don't even want 3-hour bus rides.
Right.
I mean, that's a 6-hour bus ride to and from. You getting so for our longest trip is to Fulton.
Right.
But I'm telling you what, a Hoptown, less than 2 hours, hour and 45. That is perfect. Now I don't know what, for Madisonville, 150 miles. That's a 2-hour bus ride, I would expect, right?
Yeah, we're kind of lucky that we're kind of in the dead center of the league. Even when Du Bois was in, it was 100 miles of Du Bois, 100 miles of Fulton, and 100 miles down here essentially. So it was easy for us, but from Fulton to Du Bois was a haul, and then when Louisville was in, that was too far.
Well, Louisville changed from Louisville to Lexington, and that was a no-no,
yeah,
and of course that was a total.
I think the plan was Lexington all along, but
went from Spalding University to Georgetown.
It went from Bullitt County on the south side of Louisville on 65 into Spalding, and then it gradually moved east as we went. So.
Well, I was going to
but they were good, and yeah.
Our Full Count Rhythm spotlight tonight was the first ever game that Full Count ever played against Louisville was 3 years ago tonight. And it was a 13-9 win for the Rhythm at Spalding University.
Yep. Over there by the zoo, just off the Watterson.
It was, and there was nobody there. Nobody came, and it was just a weird vibe the whole time. And
the stadium was like on the backside of a business's parking lot.
Yeah, I mean,
it just turned into a business like you were. It was It was a nice little stadium once you got up there.
Well, I'm going to tell you, internet connectivity there was not great.
Right.
I think that was the only trip maybe we made to Spalding that year. And then the next year we went to Georgetown College.
Right. Yeah, that was too far.
And that was 3-hour and 15-minute trip.
Yep.
As Cliff Weisinger is at the plate looking at a ball on a strike. He's 0 for 2.
Now, did you travel with the team last year in the Prospect League?
I did. There was a few trips I did not make. There was a St. Louis trip that I didn't make. I was broadcasting a Goodlettsville Little League tournament, and so I had an intern that was doing that. But Prospect League road games, you couldn't do video, so it was just an audio Facebook broadcast anyway. So not many people did a radio type broadcast. There was us and Chillicothe Paints, and I don't know, maybe one or two others. Well, Alton, whatever they were called. They did a road trip as Weisinger draws a walk off of Hayden Choate leading off the 7th.
You were not permitted to do a video broadcast?
You could not. No, it was a contract with Prospect League TV, PLTV. And so every broadcast had to be the home team's broadcast.
Gotcha.
So the only broadcast you could do would have been a radio one, or we did ours on Facebook.
Right.
Ground ball to the left side, picked up by third baseman McCarron, and to get the runner at second. But the throw by Stockton is not in time, so Weisinger is erased. As Early reaches on a fielder's choice, he's now 0 for 3. That brings up Wyatt Burris. I didn't see. I assume Wyatt went in at third base. Is that correct? Okay, we'll have to check next inning. Choate delivers way outside. And Stewart will retrieve that from the backstop. Wild pitch moves early to second base. So the Louisville jockeys who came in, and they were supposed to be a kind of a big time organization up there, backed by Louisville Slugger and all that, and then that went down pretty quickly. But the Rhythm ended up playing Louisville 5 times in their existence and had a 4-1 record. So anyway, that's I like to do.
Well, the guy that was kind of doing all the real work got a job up in New York, and so when he moved to New York, then the other leadership members of the leadership group just weren't in a position to do all the work he was doing. So they did the right thing and told us, hey, we're gonna drop out. That's a whole lot better way to get out early than the Owensboro route that one year where a week before they drop out.
Right.
With kids showing up.
That was not good. 4-pitch walk to Burris as Hayden Choate has all of a sudden lost his towards. He's throwing it towards the plate. It's just not over the plate. Now Sean O'Brien, who's 0 for 3. He's got the hat trick of strikeouts. And the Rhythm looking to put a golden sombrero on him unless he complies and hits a ground ball to a middle infielder. Rhythm lead 5-3, scoring in only 2 half innings. 5-run third for the Rhythm and a 3-run sixth for the Miners. Full Count trying to pick up their 10th straight victory. Madisonville trying to right the ship as they are 3-14 since playing the 3-0 Full Count Rhythm when they were 3-0 at the beginning of the year and got the victory.
Right,
we went to 4-0, and it has not gone well since then. As another pitch off the end of the glove of Stewart, a wild pitch going to move Burris to second. So 3 wild pitches in the inning.
Gets him out of the force out. Gets him out of double play, and
they're going to bring
second and third one out.
They're going to bring the infield in.
Nope.
Hoptown did, somebody did that up 5-3. There's a foul ball. What game was that? Seemed like there was a game that we played that the team was up 5-3, just like we are. It'd be as though we were pulling our infield in. I don't know why we'd do that now. Or the team that's up, and it's only the 7th.
They're in on the corners, but back.
Yeah, well, halfway at second base for sure. Stockton is playing in.
You all have not had an extra inning game yet this year, right?
We haven't, no. And I'm sure.
Did I bring up a sore spot? Yeah. Lots of groaning going on up here.
Full Count.
What happened?
Full Count. Game changer. The scorekeeping is not fun. Choate delivers high and away, and it's ball 4.
Advance half inning if you have to, and roll on. Put the runner at first and roll. There was a neat format going to sudden death. Josh brought it up at a GM meeting, literally a couple of weeks before the season started, and it's been fun. It's certainly, I think we've had maybe 4 extra inning games. It certainly puts the electricity into that half inning.
Well, tell the folks that are listening in what the rules are. I've done it a couple times here, but
I'll try and you tell me if I get it right.
No.
At the home plate meeting before the game, the home team picks offense or defense. And so if it goes extra, we play 1 half inning of sudden death baseball. If the home team picks offense, then the home team bats. We put a runner on first base, and if the run scores, the offensive team wins. If the team in the field gets 3 outs without the run scoring, then they win. So we're playing 3 outs or 1 run, and it gets it over. It saves arms, and it's been fun. We played in 1, and we lost it, and I mean it turns up the pressure. That's for sure.
Yeah, I would think so. I've never seen a game with that format, but I think it would be exciting as Hayden Choate stays in the game after the visit from pitching coach Jimmy Gamboa. Delivers a strike here to Dylan Toller, now the count 1-1.
That's the format in the MLB Draft League and at least one other summer league that I've found so far. I don't have it written down with me, but I know we're not the only ones doing it.
1-1 pitches down. Well, of course, Josh Carmen's uncle, Kenny Thomas, who was the first coach for the Full Count Rhythm back in 2021, is a head coach for the Williamsport Crosscutters in the Major League Baseball Draft League. So I'm sure they discussed it. 2-1 pitch, sails high and away. And a 3-1 count now to Toller, who's walked twice and struck out once.
So we've had these big debates, do you take offense, do you take defense? You'd like to think, you could get if you have a good closer and he hadn't been in a game yet, you can put him in and surely you can get 3 outs without giving up a run from first. But sometimes in this league, it's easier to score than it is to get 3 outs late. So, and then you got a runner at first and you hit the batter or you walk him and all of a sudden you got first and second and nobody out, and that's a different ballgame then.
Another walk drives in another run, and now Gamboa will be out to get the baseball from Hayden Choate, who will leave. The Rhythm still have a 5-4 lead, but only 1 out in the inning. Will, I don't want to keep you here all night long. I see.
Yeah, I'll get out of your way.
You don't have to get out of my way. You travel. You live in Madisonville, right?
I do. Yeah.
So you're here to also see some minor baseball, which is good.
Well, I'm seeing runs up here, and I am a little superstitious.
And you're not a little stitious?
I'm in a yeah.
You're not a little stitious. You're
yeah,
superstitious.
Right, yeah, I'm not really superstitious, but I don't mess with it either. I mean, I don't mess with it.
Okay.
And
well,
I'm still in
an
ex
stay on the
officio.
microphone if you want.
Yeah.
You stay on the microphone. You don't bother me.
I'm in an ex officio capacity with the minors organization now, so and I got my minors hat on tonight, so.
Okay, well that's okay. We don't fault you for that. Got another left-handed pitcher. This is Eli Potter.
I told somebody I was minors born and minors bred, and when I die, I'll be by God minors dead.
Well, that's good. Fourth pitcher on is Eli Potter, who has just gotten out of the transfer portal after leaving Christian Brothers University. He's now headed to Sewanee, the University of the South.
This portal's just made just a wreck of all this, hasn't it?
It is. It's entertaining at times, I'm sure. The head baseball coaches, I don't think really like it. It's made their work a lot harder.
Well, and you don't know who's texting your players during the season, and no idea who's coming back. I don't see how they do it, honestly.
Yep, it's made the after season time pretty crazy. I know that. 3 runners on base are the responsibility of Hayden Choate. Logan Harrell went the first 5 innings. Things were rolling along pretty good for Full Count.
Pete's been hot. He was 4 for 5 last night. Not sure what he is tonight.
Well, he's got 2 hits. It just is a suicide squeeze. And the throw to first base gets Britton, but that'll be a sac bunt and an RBI for out number 2.
We have these debates in our press box when they put down a bunt like that, but then they run like the devil to first. Are they giving themselves up or are they bunting for a base hit?
It never matters to me. If they're squaring around, I don't care if they're trying to bunt for a hit or not. If they move a runner, that pitch is fouled straight back this way. It hits off the roof. It's always a sack punt. As a former player that would do that from time to time, say, hey, if it all else fails, I don't get the single, I'm at least going to get the runner over.
The lawyer in me always reads that exception.
Yeah,
and thinks
I know you.
They're bunting for
yeah.
They're running awful hard.
You're trying to gauge intent there. Hey, they're just, they're Charlie Hustle. Swing and a miss by Logan Bailey. The suicide squeeze ties this ball game up. Logan Harrell won't have an opportunity to get his third victory of the year as the Miners have crawled back. Potter from Burns, Tennessee, Dixon County High School, son of Todd and Ginger Potter, brother to Alex, the grandson of Grant in Burns. He also has a granddad and a nana in Burns, Tennessee. And a slow breaking pitch is grounded to Simmons, and he's not going to get there. And 2 runs are going to come in. Simmons waited too long there at first base.
That had
another
trouble
one of
written
those
all
infield
over it, didn't it?
singles, and just like the other one, infield single and 2 RBIs.
Oh, now you got the runner trying to go to second and gets tagged out coming back to first.
Is that what's happening right? Oh, right there?
Yeah, the action kept on while we were.
Okay. Now Ken's going to want to find out who all touched that baseball.
Everybody.
Yeah. We're going to take a quick break, and then we'll come back and say so long to Will Cox, our commissioner. We'll take a quick break. Be right back.
Feeling tight, stiff, and not quite yourself? Then it might be time to go see the professionals at Absolute Wellness. Located at 101 Tennessee Way, Suite 100 here in Hendersonville, Absolute Wellness can get you back on track with their numerous services like chiropractic care, massage, acupuncture, spinal decompression. Call Absolute Wellness at 615-264-8515 today to get in on some great offers. That's Absolute Wellness. Your road to absolute wellness starts here.
Compliant with code. If you're a facility manager or building owner, you've heard the term plenty of times. At Corson Fire and Security, we work to keep buildings compliant with the most demanding code of all, our own. We've been protecting people and property since before most of today's codes were even written. And what we've learned along the way makes us the best choice to partner with for the future. Corson Fire and Security, celebrating 70 years. Learn more at corson.com.
Let's get back to Full Count Rhythm Baseball action on the Full Count Broadcast Network.
Tim Reese on the Full Count Broadcast Network as the Miners have just scored 4 runs in the top of the 7th inning to take a 7-5 lead over the Rhythm, and an inning that Full Count is not going to be real proud to tell anybody else about, but we have been visiting with Will Cox, the commissioner of the Ohio Valley League, and did want to thank him for coming on. And if you have any final words, we'd love to hear from you, and just also tell you you're welcome back anytime.
Well, thanks for having me on. Thanks for coming back to the OVL. Thanks for all the work that you all put in. I know it's hard. You guys do a fantastic job. Again, you all are at the top of the heap as far as the production quality and everything that you all do. And again, you all raise the bar for all of us and make our league a better league. So thank you so much for coming back and everything that you're doing.
Well, thank you, Will. It's good to have you, and thank you for the kind comments.
And you're a good guy too.
There's a couple people that think that,
Yeah.
but
yeah. Well, especially when you're kind enough to take the commissioner's calls when the buses broke down, he's trying to let you know that they're running behind.
I feel like a VIP when I get a phone call or a text from the commissioner. Jake Turr tries to beat out a chopper to the right side, but he is retired for the first out in the bottom of the 7th.
Thanks, guys. I'll get out of your way.
All right. Will Cox, our commissioner, thank you for joining us here. He got his 4 runs or his 7 runs while he was up here. That's all. That's all he was doing. Ground ball to the left side. That gets into left field for a base hit by Devin McCarron. A 1-out single brings the tying run to the plate. McCarron's now 2 for 4.
Now batting first baseman number 6.
And we got him out of here. It's time to win a ball game. Simmons looks at a called strike. Could he do like John Paul Head and hit 2 home runs in one game? Had that happen up at Hoptown. Have not had it happen here this year. He's not going to do it in this at-bat. He's going to take one between the 3 and the 1. And he was not too pleased with that. Now runners at first and second. Elijah Stockton steps in. Struck out twice and singled. Enjoyed the visit from Will Cox. He is a very nice man, an extremely intelligent fella as well. You can tell it just in a very short interaction, but that pitch gets to the backstop, and it looked like Justin Early was expecting a different pitch. He wasn't expecting a bender, and that missed his glove by just 2 inches. Looked like a pass ball. I got a pass ball. I don't think it's a catcher's fault. I don't know. That's again, Ken's asking me, did I think the crossup is a catcher's fault? I don't think you can figure out intent, but it's a pitch that normally, if he knows what pitch is coming, he's going to catch that. He didn't catch it. It didn't get in the dirt is what I'm saying. So I think a catcher just has to wear that one is what happens, because it was not in the dirt. It was a catchable ball. Stockton looks at a non-hittable pitch on the outside corner, or outside of the outside corner for ball 2. Ball 3. It's the first time that we've interviewed Mr. Cox on the broadcast, and had him up at Madisonville one time, but he had to work. He had to be the official scorekeeper that night. And a 4-pitch walk to Stockton. It loads the bases. This is the 3rd inning for Sander Lucas as Brian Campbell is out. And he's looking down at the bullpen. That was the first walk of the game that I have on my score sheet for Lucas. Let's see if the game changer person says so. He does. And we're going to have a call to the bullpen for the minors. So we'll get in a couple of these commercials we've missed. We'll be back after this short break.
If you didn't know, the Full Count Rhythm is part of the organization called Full Count Ministries. Full Count's mission is to give every baseball player the opportunity to hear the gospel, respond to the gospel, and grow in the relationship with Jesus. With Full Count, you could lead by discipling the next generation by using our resources, or you could go on international mission trips. For more of what we do, check out our website at fullcountministries.com or our pages on Instagram and Facebook.
Safeware is there when response is critical, assisting in the classroom as you shape the future of America, helping you build roadways and infrastructure for tomorrow. With protective solutions, innovative technology, and leading technical services, Safeware works tirelessly to provide our nation's workforce with confidence in their safety. Before, during, and after, Safeware is there.
New pitcher for Madisonville, Noah Campbell, a right-hander. Also from Bishop State Community College, as was third baseman Noah Burning. You know, we did not check to see if Wyatt Burris, I think, normally goes to first base. Let's see. As a matter of fact, he has to. So Burris is at first base. I'm assuming Cooper Wright. Cooper Wright, Ken, went to third base, I believe. Nope. Who's number 14 for Sean O'Brien, the second baseman, Ken, went to third base. Number 16, Ian Cartwright, the left fielder, went to second base. And let's see. It can't be right because it's a left-handed. No, it is. Wait a minute. Wright was playing. He was playing first. Okay, I thought he was playing second. Yeah, Wright's the new left fielder. Charlie Bozeman getting another yard card from Tim Ferguson this time. Pops this one up. That'll get out of play. A AAA autoglass foul ball. And Bozeman down in the count. 0-2. He's 0 for 2. He's been hit by a pitch. He's batting here with the bases loaded. Rhythm still have not had a grand slam on the year. Tim Ferguson said it's going to happen right here. Pitch is outside. So the new left fielder is Cooper Wright. Wyatt Burris goes to first base. Sean O'Brien goes to third base. Ian Cartwright goes to second base. I hope you're writing this down. There's a pitch, gets by, and that's going to score 1 run. Wild pitch brings in Devin McCarron, who is the only single of this inning. And Rhythm now down by 1. As soon as we got the commissioner out of here, things started happening. All right, Will, sorry. Whatever I said, you can't come back. Bozeman looks at ball 2. Make it ball 3. He saw ball 2 go to the backstop. So now Full Count Ministries, full count. 1 out. Runners at second and third. Noah Campbell on in relief of Sander Lucas. Swing and a miss. Bozeman goes down on strikes. Out number 2. First strikeout for Campbell. McCarron's run charged to Sander Lucas. That's his first run given up. I guess it doesn't charge the run yet on Game Changer. Oh, you're not? Oh, okay, you're still back. Okay, I got you. Game Changer delayed a bit. And Nolan Sargent, he rips one foul into the Miners dugout. He's 0 for 2 with a walk and a run scored. Time for a big hit. He's 0 for at least his last 7. Went 0 for 5 in yesterday's game. Had 3 strikeouts. He's not struck out today, but ground out and a fly out. Base hit right now should score 2 and give the Rhythm a 1-run lead. And the pitch, that's fair down the first base line. Wyatt Burris has it in his glove, and he'll make the play at first base himself as Sargent grounds out 3 unassisted. And the Rhythm get 1 back on 1 hit. It was an earned run. There were no errors. The pass ball does not make a difference. 2 runners were left on base. We're through 7. And the Miners with a 7-6 lead trying to end the winning streak for the Rhythm. We'll take a break and be right back.
Escape to a taste of the tropics with Frosted Luau, Hendersonville's favorite soft-serve ice cream truck. Indulge in our creamy delights with options for everyone, including dairy-free and vegan treats. Planning a corporate event or a birthday bash? Let Frosted Luau cater to your sweet cravings. Visit frostedluau.com, follow us on Instagram at Frosted Luau, or call 615-422-6133 to book your luau today. Frosted Luau, where every cup is a vacation.
United Machine and Tool has been manufacturing the highest quality projects for a wide variety of industries for over 35 years. We deliver high-quality CNC machine components and fabrication projects from prototype to production. United Machine and Tool is committed to quality and excellence in the manufacturing industry. We're located in Goodlettsville, Tennessee. Check us out on the web at umttn.com for any manufacturing need. That's United Machine and Tool, a proud sponsor of the Full Count Rhythm.
Let's get back to Full Count Rhythm baseball action on the Full Count Broadcast Network.
Tim Reese and Susan Reese, along with the rest of the Rhythm section gang in the press box here at Drakes Creek Field number 3. As we move to the top of the 8th inning, 9-1-2 due up for the Miners to face Eli Potter, who came in and righted the chip for the Rhythm. First pitch misses way outside. Jonathan Stewart stabs that one. Swinging a foul tip. Who's the player of the game? Oh, the catcher. Bill Cox sent a text in. Popped this one up on the right side. Back goes Elijah Stockton and makes a catch in shallow right field. Out number 1. That's the third batter that Potter has faced. Cooper Wright trying to lay down a bunt. Pops it up. He's 0 for 4. Struck out twice looking, grounded out to second, and grounded into a fielder's choice to the second baseman. So he's hit a ground ball twice to second base. He is now the left fielder. Started this game at first base. Not sure if Noah Burning got injured or not, but he's the one who came out of the game. Wyatt Burris came in as a pinch hitter. I don't remember anything happening to Burning other than he did trip and go down to a knee at third base on a ground ball earlier in the game, but went 0 for 1 and walked. But when he was taken out of the game, that's when it started the merry-go-round that we just now figured out who was where. 1 ball, 2 strikes, lefty on lefty matchup. Popped up to the left side. See if Bozeman has room. He's going to go out of my view. Context clues say catch was made, and Cooper Wright is out. He is hidden by the big building on the third base side. I think he got that in foul territory. I wasn't looking at Jason Carey, the third base umpire at the time. I couldn't find him behind this pole. Rhythm had 1, 2, 3 innings against the Miners in the first and second. That was Logan Harrell. He retired the first 7 batters before giving up a walk. And that's the last 1, 2, 3 inning that Full Count has had. That was back in the second inning. And a couple wide ones delivered by Potter. We will have the Chick-fil-A of Rivergate player of the game, after this game, as he's gone 3-0 to Weisinger, who's walked his last 2 times he's come to the plate. Needs a pitch away from getting the trifecta. That fastball gets on the outside corner. Swing and a miss. Weisinger is the Ohio Valley League leader in strikeouts. Now has 33. Make it 34. A Safeware strikeout ends the inning in a 1-2-3. 8th is the first strikeout for Potter. And it's rhythm time, and we go to the bottom of the 8th. Full Count needs 1, possibly 2 to choose what they'll need to take the lead. We'll take a break and be right back.
Corson Fire and Security first opened for business in 1946. From the very beginning, we understood something important. We're not just protecting buildings. We're protecting the dreams that built them. We're protecting the lives unfolding inside them. Fire extinguishers, sprinkler systems, and security products are the tools of our trade, but people are the inspiration behind it. For 7 decades, we've never forgotten that. Corson Fire and Security. Corson.com.
We all think about our home's yards, gutters, floors, and so much more. When was the last time you thought about your sprinkler system? That's where Music City Fire Sprinkler steps in. It may shock you that in-home sprinkler systems are discreet and affordable. Let the experts at Music City Fire Sprinkler tell you for themselves. Give them a call at 615-826-7450 or check them out on the web at mcfs.us. That's Music City Fire Sprinkler, proud sponsor of the Full Count Rhythm.
Let's get back to Full Count Rhythm baseball action on the Full Count Broadcast Network.
Bottom of the 8th, the Rhythm, a couple more cracks at the Miners. If they can't get it done here in the bottom of the 8th, they'll at least have the bottom of the 9th. We were visiting with Will Cox, the Ohio Valley League commissioner, during the time that Madisonville scored their 7 runs. We had to kick him out of the press box here. First pitch swinging. That's fouled straight back to the press box. See if we can make the catch. Just missed it. Was it Caden Moore that's in to pinch hit for Jonathan Stewart? That's lifted out to left center field. Cliff Weisinger over to make the catch. Jackson Cawthorn, the leadoff batter, steps in. He's 1 for 3 tonight. I would assume that Trace Simmons would then go in at catcher in the top of the 9th. First pitch to Cawthorn in there for a called strike, or I guess it could be Cawthorn as well. Then you burn your DH. They just put Blake Carter in at first base for Moore, or Cade Moore can play first base. The Trojan from Trevecca. Swing and a miss by Cawthorn on a changeup by Noah Campbell, the third pitcher on for the Madisonville Miners. Madisonville comes in with a 3-game losing streak. 2-8 in their last 10 ball games. Full AAA auto glass foul ball over to the Merch Pavilion over by the Framework Athletics hospitality area. Changeup misses down in the dirt. The 2 pitch to Cawthorn has been the DH tonight. Lou D'Alessio on deck. Breaking pitch slides outside. Campbell thought he got him a backward K. Facebook posts are not all showing up on my phone. This one right here did not show. I was pointing for you to look. That one did not show on my phone. Full Count Ministries, full count. Ball 4 and Cawthorn's aboard. Alessio at the plate. He's got a single in 2 official plate appearances, also walked twice, and takes ball 1 there. Again, a bluff by Cawthorn as that pitch catches the outside corner for a called strike. Harmon and her family have been down in Florida with her parents and other family members, I think, enjoying the hopefully sunny weather down there. Fouled off the screen. Karam's into the minor dugout. I'm sure she's been listening in along with Kylie and Kennedy. Leeway probably doesn't have anything to do with it, nor does Futai, but 2 older girls, they're rooting for the Rhythm. Line down the right field line. That is a fair ball. D'Alessio rounds first. He is headed to second, and a head first dive in with a do-dat double. D'Alessio's second hit of the ball game. He likes going the opposite way. Over to third base goes Cawthorn. As I keep forgetting if I've got second base dialed in on this other camera, and I'm used to seeing the screen on. That's the one I needed to get to. On the road games, I'm looking at my computer. At the home games, I'm looking at an iPad here. So my problem is my iPad is delayed. There's another line drive, a carbon copy there by Jake Turr. That's going to score 1. Here comes D'Alessio, and the throw is cut off, and the Rhythm take the lead on a 2-run single by Jake Turr. Same line drive right over the head of Wyatt Burris. Back-to-back hits brought to you by Old Hickory Bats. And the Rhythm now lead 8-7. A 1-out walk, a double, and a single have gotten the Rhythm back where they should be in the lead. Can't have any commissioner jinx here at Drake's Creek number 3. Ryan Campbell out of the minor dugout to have a confab with Noah Campbell in his infield.
Now batting number 15, Devin
McCarron 2 for 4. Runner goes, pitches high, throw down that's going to get Jake Turr as he came up a little bit short on his head first dive. So caught stealing. A 2 to 4 there, Ken, for out number 2. And a ball to McCarron. He's in scoring position right where he's at. I'm going to go ahead and use my yard card with 2 outs. May not get a chance in the bottom of the 9th. I'm going to use it right here. McCarron swings and misses. If that was going to be knocked out of the ballpark, it was going to go to right field. 370 feet to dead center field, according to my Google Earth search today. The smallest dimensioned field is Lowhouse Field in Fulton, Kentucky, in linear feet, followed by Hoptown, then Park Field in Henderson. This is the 4th smallest or 3rd biggest in the 6-team league. The biggest is the venue in Paducah, Brooks Stadium, Doc Heidig Field. 1,818 linear feet. 3-1 pitch. Fouled back, and we'll have a full count. Ministries full count. Might as well hit the home run on a full count pitch. Paducah 398 to dead center field. Madisonville has one of the more unusual lines. 342 and 345 down the fair lines left and right. 350 and 340 left and right gap, and a 335 dead center field as I get to keep my yard card. McCarron draws the walk. Second walk of the inning by Noah Campbell. That'll bring Brian Campbell, no relation probably to Noah, and he's going to ask for the baseball. We're going to have a call to the bullpen for the Miners. We'll take a break and be right back.
United Machine and Tool has been manufacturing the highest quality projects for a wide variety of industries for over 35 years. We deliver high-quality CNC machine components and fabrication projects from prototype to production. United Machine and Tool is committed to quality and excellence in the manufacturing industry. We're located in Goodlettsville, Tennessee. Check us out on the web at umttn.com for any manufacturing need. That's United Machine and Tool, a proud sponsor of the Full Count Rhythm.
Let's get back to Full Count Rhythm baseball action on the Full Count Broadcast Network.
And Will Cox's second host player, Casey Tomasic, will enter the game. His first action against Full Count this year. Right-hander out of Bridgeport, West Virginia. Allegheny College of Maryland is where he plays his baseball. A right-hander who will come in with 2 outs and 1 runner on base. Been seeing his name on the roster since the beginning of the year, but he's not come into the game where I had to pronounce it. Tomasic, Tomasik. I'm pretty sure he has not pitched against the Rhythm. If only there was a way we could find out. I'm wrong. He pitched in the 22-hit performance by Full Count back on June 9th up in Madisonville. That was a 19 to final score of that game? Nope, 11 to 5. That's how good my memory is. He is on in relief of Noah Campbell. Campbell got 2 outs in the 7th and 2 outs here in the 8th inning. Gives up 2 hits to this point right now, 2 runs, and he is on the hook for the loss. Walked 2, struck out 1. As Tomasic will face Trace Simmons, who's gone big fly. I'm going to go ahead and use my yard card again. No chance and no reason to save it. Tim Ferguson's already used his up. Yeah, I'm keeping track, Tim. You can't be doubling up on yard cards. unless you get a walk. Parker Staborski, he's used his. There's a ground ball, and I just lost mine. Ground ball and a throw over to first. Simmons retired, and that will end the 8th. As Tomasic comes in to get the final out of the 8th. But the Rhythm take the lead with a 2-spot, a big 2-run single by Jake Turr, who was yesterday's Chick-fil-A of Rivergate player of the game. He's vying to become the 2-time Chick-fil-A. Yeah, back-to-back Jack. Nope, it'd be back-to-back Jake. Let's take a break, and we'll be right back.
Escape to a taste of the tropics with Frosted Luau, Hendersonville's favorite soft serve ice cream truck. Indulge in our creamy delights with options for everyone, including dairy-free and vegan treats. Planning a corporate event or a birthday bash? Let Frosted Luau cater to your sweet cravings. Visit frostedluau.com, follow us on Instagram at Frosted Luau, or call 615-422-6133 to book your luau today. Frosted Luau, where every cup is a vacation.
Think about something for a moment. Every single business, from the smallest neighborhood bakery to the biggest multinational corporation, is someone's dream come true. The byproduct of planning and determination and hard work. If you own a business, you already know that. So you'll also understand that fire and security protection isn't just about protecting property. It's about safeguarding dreams. At Corson, that's what we've specialized in since 1946. Corson Fire and Security. Corson.com.
Let's get back to Full Count Rhythm Baseball action on the Full Count Broadcast Network.
Had the defensive changes. Devin McCarron moves from third base over to first base. Cade Moore takes his spot at third. Trace Simmons does come behind the plate, as I had suspected, leaves first base, still doesn't have a regular glove on his hand, so uses a first baseman's mitt and a catcher's mitt tonight. And Jimmy Gamboa, with the requested text, has sent me that exact information, Ken. Let me check it. Cade Moore at third, McCarron at first, Simmons behind the plate. And we have a pinch hitter here. Or is this Justin Early? Still. It's number 31. They've got smaller numbers. And Justin has not turned sideways. He scored twice, but he's 0 for 3 with a walk tonight. Eli Potter out to finish this one off and give the Rhythm a 10-game winning streak. Henderson Flash lost their first game against Fulton, but they were up 1-0 the last time I checked. Popped up and out of play. AAA autoglass foul ball. Count goes 2 balls and 2 strikes. That is number 31, Justin Early. Henderson Flash came back and won the second game. It's another fly ball down the right field. That'll get out of play. Call Dylan Doris over at AAA Autoglass. If you need, even if you got like a little speck on there, they don't even have to replace that whole glass. They can come out and fix a little speck in your windshield. They did that on my pickup truck. They had to replace my wife's windshield, though, on now the old car. My youngest daughter driving that now. Another foul ball. I had to upgrade after we had a replacement windshield. My wife said, hey, that's almost, if I smoked, it'd be like having the ashtray full. It's time to get a new car. She's high maintenance, folks. That's why I have to work this job here. Ground ball to short, Turr, gloves, and a throw over to McCarron. And there's out number 1. I'm telling you, you have upgraded the ambiance that's there here. I mean, I'm going to tell you what, these the scorekeeper and the other people, they don't cuss as much with you up here either. That is really nice. I'm telling you, Ken, he gets crazy sometimes. Scoring around a bunt is Wyatt Burris. He doesn't look like a bunter to me. Caden Moore charges, but Burris misses the bunt. He takes a wave and a miss and a breaking pitch by Potter. But the class in the press box is definitely upgraded with Susan Reese here. Tapper foul is Burris's back end looks like it's heading to the dugout when that breaking pitch comes in from Potter. Trying to go 2-0 on the season is Eli Potter. Came in the 7th inning. Bases loaded and 1 out at the time. First batter that he faced was Pete Britton. He laid down a beautiful suicide squeeze. It's the first one that I've seen in college baseball, really, probably in 4 years. Then gave up a single. Burris just gets a piece of that one. An infield single down to Trace Simmons at first base. And I'm not sure if Potter was just a little late getting off the mound. Simmons thought he could arrive at first base before Logan Bailey, but he figured wrongly. But Logan Bailey then ended up running himself into an out, trying to sneak down to second base with everybody congregating around first base. Breaking pitch, that's popped up in the infield. Trace Simmons comes out and makes the catch in foul territory up the first base line for out number 2. Rhythm are 1 out away from getting a double-digit winning streak. It's their second longest of their existence. Had a 14-game winning streak in 2023. Had 3 8-game winning streaks one in 2021 and 2 in 2022. Now Sean O'Brien is the last hope for the Miners. He's 0 for 3 with a walk and a run scored. Potter misses high and away. We got to figure out a player of the game here. Is it going to be Jake Turr, who has a 2 for 5 night with 2 big RBIs, the game winner? Simmons had a 3-run homer. That's a big one. Parker Staborski says most RBIs should get it. Simmons has got 3. He's 1 for 4. Scored a run. That was a big hit. Lou D'Alessio's been on base. There's the ball 4. 4-pitch walk to O'Brien. Puts the tying run on. Absolutely. Logan Harrell, 5 innings, 1 hit, no runs. I think I might go Logan Harrell. In an 8-7 game right here, we went pitcher 2 nights ago as Jimmy Gamboa is going to come out and have a chat. What's he got, 38 pitches? Maybe just to calm him down. He's out away from getting the win, but if he brings in a new pitcher, that pitcher has an opportunity for a save. Rhythm only has 2 saves on the year. Those are by Ryan Sweeney and Peyton Vaught. Ryan Sweeney is not here. He has taken a break. I think he's gone for a couple of days. Not sure if he's gone for a whole week. Anybody heard from John Paul Head today? What, you got a word about John Paul after getting hit in the head yesterday? Did you see him at all here? I wonder if he's here. He's not here? Okay. Not sure if John Paul's here. He left the game early yesterday, and I think his parents were at the ball game, so he left with them, did not ride the bus. Jake Merrick not playing in his second straight game. I don't think he's injured at all. I think he's just getting a break. Dylan Toller takes a first pitch strike from Potter. So he looks at first and sends another breaking pitch toward the plate, but it lands down low. Toller is 0 for 1. He has walked 3 times. Looking at a 1-1 pitch. That catches the plate at the knees. And now the Miners down to their last strike. We'll have the Full Count Ministries verse of the game and the Chick-fil-A of Rivergate player of the game. Swing and a miss, and a Safeware strikeout ends the ball game. And this one belongs to the Rhythm. Full count goes to 10 straight and moves to 17-5 on the season, solidifying their place in first, 17-5. Henderson now 12-9. Fulton is 12-11. Everybody stays in first, second, and third. This game takes 2 hours and 53 minutes. The Rhythm with a comeback, 8-7 victory. 8 runs, 9 hits, no errors for Full Count. 7 runs, 3 hits, 1 error. The winning pitcher is Eli Potter. He moves to 2-0. And the losing pitcher is Noah Campbell. And if game changer stats are correct, he will fall to 1-1 on the season. No save in the game. Madisonville falls to 7-15 overall, and their skid continues. Rhythm 17-5, now 10 in a row, and an 8-6 record all time against the Madisonville Miners. And our Chick-fil-A Rivergate player of the game, Logan Harrell, 5 innings in the start, gives up only 1 hit. No runs, 3 walks, 8 strikeouts, did plunk a batter, faced 19 as he was vying for his 3rd win against no defeats, but Rhythm couldn't maintain that 5-0 lead. 5 runs in the 3rd, and then Madisonville fought back with 3 in the 6th, took the lead with 4 in the 7th. Rhythm with 1 in the bottom of the 7th, and then a 2-run single by Jake Turr down the right field line drove in Jackson Cothran and Lou DeLessio. DeLessio 2 for 3 tonight with 2 RBIs. Scored 2 runs, also drew 2 walks. He was on base 4 out of 5 times. And Trace Simmons with his 3rd home run of the year. Did not hit one for LMU this year, but has 3 this summer. He picks up 3 more RBIs. And reach base on a hit by pitch as well. But Logan Harrell is our Chick-fil-A Rivergate player of the game, thanks to Todd Hundley and Linda Hundley for being the title sponsor for Full Count Rhythm this year. And let's get to our Full Count Ministries verses of the game, brought to you by Full Count Ministries, found in 2 Timothy chapter 3, verses 16 and 17. If you're wondering about Scripture, all Scripture is God-breathed and useful for teaching, rebuking, correcting, and training in righteousness. Not for nothing, but it's so that the servant of God may be thoroughly equipped for every good work. That's a good word in 2 Timothy 3, 16 and 17. My wife likes me to quote from 1 or 2 Timothy. She doesn't like to hear from 3 Timothy very often. Tim Ferguson probably has that at his house as well. But again, I want to thank my lovely bride for sitting next to me and operating the computer. She has no idea how much pressure that takes off of me, handling 4 cameras and commercials and that score bug. She is all over it. She is, I know, becoming more relaxed and settling into the job, and appreciate her help here. Ken Stegall, masterful job again, with a little bit of some curveballs thrown at him in the game changer with some various changes in the ball game. But the Rhythm get the victory, their 10th in a row, as they are now 4 away from their all-time longest winning streak of 14 games in 2023. For Director of Ministry, John Smithson, who was along on the trip yesterday, and head coach and general manager Josh Carman, who is on his way back. They should be landing here before too long. Wonder if they were able to listen in on the plane ride. I kept seeing his name popping up, and it shows Josh Carman's watching even right now. Paula Sims says, great job, Rhythm. Paige Connolly Smith, she Way to go, Rhythms, what she meant. Mike Harrell, we got rice cooking in the microwave. Tim Ferguson, you don't have to tell him too many times. He gets the drift. Jana Swope says, good job, Rhythm, as does Ham Roach over in East Tennessee. Mike Kelly, all he said was Logan. He was rooting for, okay, Logan is the player of the game. There you go. Paige Conley Smith listening from Farragut, Tennessee. Vicki Pendley was watching. Jay Myers and Tina, they were here in person. I'm not sure if they'll be down there when I walk down. Typically, they're not. Typically, people are gone by the time I leave the press box. But anyway, thank you again for joining us on another Full Count Rhythm broadcast. We're going to be off tomorrow. Suze, let's take the day off. Shall we? Let's shall. And then the Rhythm on the road. I'll miss my wife for the Paducah game. Hey, they got a great press box up there. You can travel along if you'd like. Go up there and see Doc Heidig in Paducah on Monday, and then we'll be up to see Eddie Crittenden on Tuesday up at Fulton before we come right back here to join the Rhythm section for a contest against Henderson before then being off again on Thursday, July 3rd. It'll be the first time in the 5-year existence of Full Count that we've been off on July 3rd. That'll do it from Drakes Creek number 3. This is Tim Reese saying God bless you and thank you for watching another edition of Full Count Rhythm Baseball on the Full Count Broadcast Network.
This has been another Full Count Rhythm Baseball game presented by Full Count Ministries and Chick-fil-A of Rivergate. We'll see you next time right here on the Full Count Broadcast Network.